Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas. Ho, 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 ho. Welcome, everybody, to our Christmas South Africa YouTuber special, in which you get to watch your favorite and your most reviled, whichever they are, YouTubers, South African YouTubers. Just checking Santa's scarf is not quite right there. There we go. There we go. We got to get straight, folks. It never likes to sit where it's supposed to. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Merry Christmas. Tonight on Chris Wide Africa, the Indaba Africa channel, we will have South African YouTubers calling in from South Africa primarily, and a few oaks who got lost elsewhere. But welcome to the channel, everyone. Merry Christmas to you. This is not the Christmas special. That will be on a Wednesday night. This is for South African YouTubers, a chance to listen to your favorite and most reviled YouTubers. If you hate them, if you love them, they'll be here tonight. Anyway, we've got a couple we're going to let in right now. Let me see who's in the room, who I've got. Let's go ahead and start with Beth. We'll get Beth in the room. And we'll say hello to Beth. Folks, we'll have a lot of folks in the stream as this goes along. So there you go. Linda Logan. Thank you, Linda. Very kind of you to say. Wait till you see the whole outfit there. I got a belt on and everything. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Santa's not fat enough, though. I got to push my stomach out. Beth is trying to connect right now. Let's see what happens. Why is my top not looking? There she is. Ho, 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 ho.
Hello.
Merry Christmas, Beth. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you? I actually just need to plug in different headsets.
Yeah, because I can hear an echo on that side.
Hold on a sec.
And for those watching the show, Santa has brought gifts for some of the YouTubers, not something for everybody. So we'll have gifts as the show goes on. Now, here's a little hint. You're not actually getting the gift. It's virtual. But nonetheless, we'll have Christmas gifts. We've got Hugo and Yanni. Let me get Hugo in here.
Is my sound any better?
Sound is good. There's Hugo Kruger calling in from France.
Oh, wow.
Hi, Chris. Hello, Beth.
Merry Christmas,
Hello.
Hugo. So before we get started, Hugo, I do have gifts for people, and I actually have a gift for you, Hugo. They're virtual. You can't actually have it. Since you're confused and you actually have a German surname, but you pretend to be an Afrikaner, I thought I would get you a map of Germany. Santa has got you a map of Germany. So here you go. It's an ADAC, that's the Automobile Club of Germany. This will help you find your way back to Germany with your confused surname. Anyway.
Look, Chris, my family left Germany 300 years ago, and I've been back since then to look where my grandparents left, and I understand why they've left. I've looked at, I went to a small place called Saarbrücken, not far from, what's the place, from Berlin?
Yes.
It's apparently where they came, and Paul Kruger's family and everyone left there some time ago. Not that I'm directly related to him, but anyways, yeah, it's a hell. You don't want to stay there, and the people are not nice in town. So I thought, they made a very wise choice to leave Germany and to go to South Africa. But then I came back to France, so I don't know how that's working out.
So that's why you're confused. So thus, Santa has gotten you a map to find your way back to Germany. So there's Yanni Vandervalt. Yanni, welcome to you. How's
it going, guys?
We're handing out virtual gifts. Santa has virtual gifts, and I have a virtual gift for you. Since you've been difficult to find between your move and your online gaming with Dodgy Joe, I thought that a gaming mouse might come in handy for you. You've probably broken the other one.
Thanks so much, Chris.
So here's a virtual gaming mouse for you.
This one has been slammed, so yeah. Good stuff. Did you buy a new computer, Chris?
I have not, but I'm getting frustrated. I may have to buy one soon. It's a lot of money, though, and I'm getting chintzy and cheap and frugal in my retirement since I don't make as much money as I used to, and certainly not making it on the Salty Cracks December Super Chats. My channel is dried up on that, so I've been a little frugal with the computer. Beth, you've got that vape thing going there, so your mic is set up.
All the time.
Merry Christmas to you once again, Beth.
Merry Christmas. I'm very well, thanks. And you?
I'm very well. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for calling in. I just thought we'd get a chance for people's favorite and most reviled YouTubers from South Africa to call in, and we'd all say Merry Christmas to everybody. I don't think anybody so far is amongst the most reviled.
Who's the most reviled, Chris?
I'm not going to say. And there's Gideon. Hey, Gideon.
Viva right wing cabal.
Hello, Beth. Hello, Colonel. Hello, everybody. Good evening. I hope that I'm coming through okay. I'm on mobile data thanks to connectivity problems, but I'm hearing all you loud and clear. And Colonel, I love the Santa outfit.
There you go.
That's a new look.
It's very cool.
One, yeah, so.
Is that beard for real, Chris?
Yeah, the beard is for real.
Just tug on it, Chris.
Ow! Ow! Ouch!
Nah, we believe you.
So Gideon, I don't know if you were catching the room, but Santa has gifts for not everyone because we have when we go out during the night and deliver gifts, it takes the whole evening. So we have some gifts now for this evening, and for Gideon, your interest in firearms, I thought this would be apropos. These are the gents now these are virtual gifts. You don't actually get it.
Yeah.
But this was I think apropos. The Lone Gunman. That's a spinoff from the X-Files. So I thought.
I remember that.
Yeah. So I thought that would be appropriate for you.
Thank you. Well, I'm definitely gonna try and track it down now in some sort of digitized media, just because of this. So.
Excellent. Well, Merry Christmas, and thanks for joining us. Thanks to everybody here. So the room may get a little bit crowded, which is fine. And our favorite tobacco farmer has joined us.
Herman.
Hello.
How is it?
Yeah. Good evening. Gideon, who doesn't answer his WhatsApps or phone calls.
Yes.
Do you have a phone in your bag
not.
there, Chris?
What's
Apparently.
Hey, Yanni.
Apparently.
Hi, Chris. Christmas father.
Oh, Merry Christmas to you.
Hello, Herman.
Thank you. Hello,
Herman, Santa doesn't. I have a bag here full of Christmas gifts, but Santa doesn't have a gift for you, Herman, because you've already gotten yours. NDZ lost her case. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, that was the best Christmas gift we ever could have had.
Wait, just fill me up. What happened?
Hello.
Before we go any further, I have to acknowledge Reese's frickin' awesome hair. Look at that. I feel like I'm watching Frozen or something like that.
Thanks, Chris.
Something like that.
How's everyone doing?
Wow, very well. Merry Christmas. Somebody had a question. Was it
Merry
Hugo about
Christmas.
what happened? She
what
lost the
happened?
case. She lost the tobacco case. It was found to be unconstitutional. So the tobacco industry won.
I saw today interesting thing on the Nasdaq that Phyllis Morrison is now considered to be one of the most sustainable companies in the world. A sustainable being green. So if you smoke cigarettes, it's good for the environment.
Cool.
That's apparently,
Look, Hugo, you're not wrong there. Philip Morris has had one of the biggest drives to become one of the sustainable companies when it comes to renewable energies. Right, look, it's funny. It does sound funny because most of tobacco curing takes place with coal, all right? Whereas Philip Morris have taken the drive throughout the world to use renewable energies like renewable sources. And I think we got a thing last year where they said that they have successfully now gotten to the point where their renewable energy sources are far surpassing that's no so snaaks.
Ja, Chris White parrot my so I doen alles wat ek doen.
Okay, that's cool. So let's get off the
but anyway, net gesê hallo, ek gaan nou weer gaan.
Okay.
Want ek voel ek moet slaap.
lekker slaap.
Bye.
By the way, folks, I tried to say Merry Christmas in Afrikaans, but you have made too many damn vowels. You're just like the Dutch. Look at my sign. I couldn't get enough letters. So
you got it right.
I have the same problem.
Yeah, but I'm using ampersand. I'm using the @ sign. I'm using dollar symbols and the ampersand because there's not enough vowels.
Oh, in your kit?
Yeah, my kit is short. It wasn't an Afrikaans kit. It was an English kit. Bye, Reese. Right.
Good.
So, Merry Christmas to all of you. And let's see if I can get this right. I could try this again. This is hard. This one I know. So, Gesinde Kerfies. Kerfies. I got that wrong.
Gesinde Kersfeest.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you got it. We'll get you there, Chris. It's fine. You got that. You got it. You're quite close.
But Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you're all well in such a crappy year. We're all going to come out of this far better than we came into it. Let's cross our fingers. Let's chase away the totalitarian fascist, and let's make it happen.
I fill you up on how the totalitarian...
Can I drink to that?
Yes.
Oh, they screwed up my coming home plans to South Africa. I was supposed to be in South Africa now, and then government announced that Iranians have a visa-free passport to South Africa a few months ago. So I thought my wife can just go with me. We were at the airport, and then they stopped it, and then the government apparently didn't update the visa requirements. So now we had to go for visa, despite the embassy telling me she can go.
But hang on. You are legally married to your wife?
Yeah.
In South Africa or in?
No, in France. I got married in France.
So
but
it was a legal marriage.
Yes, I didn't pay anything.
But then by spousal agreement, she can actually come to South Africa without a visa.
She needs a spousal visa, first of all.
Yeah.
So we were asked her, should we apply for that? And then they said no. Listen, the Minister of Foreign Affairs this year in October announced that Iranians have visa-free passport. It's much easier to just go. Okay, we got recently married. And then as we got to the airport, the government forgot to update the rules. So the Foreign Affairs updated the rules, but Home Affairs deals with the visas. Home Affairs didn't do their job. Nobody copied and pasted the link. So now we had to apply for a visa, and I'm not home at Christmas with the family. I can only go after New Year's because of, thank you, Minister of Internal Affairs.
So you've been busy marrying Persians. That seems
That's
to be
correct,
the problem.
yes.
That seems to be the problem.
That seems to be a problem, but it's just incompetence, you know. If anyone is from Iran, you cannot go to South Africa without a visa at this stage, despite the government official website saying you can.
Well, I think under the description for Durko, it says incompetent, right in the departmental description. I can attest to that. By the way, Yanni, I think you need to turn off your camera because, man, all these comments about Reese, she's drop dead gorgeous. She's hot. She's beautiful. You should be getting nervous, my friend. And it's not just the fellas that are saying that. So, hey, you know, whatever. Yeah.
Chris, it's okay. There is, lots of, safes in and around my house, so
and
don't try, boys. Don't try.
I can vouch for one thing. I really wouldn't go and screw with Yanni in his house because after I've seen him on the shooting range, I'd rather stay away more than 400 meters. I know he can't shoot past 300. That I know for sure. But
no, I think you're talking about Ramon, Herman. It's not.
Oh yeah, that was Ramon.
And Reese has access to Nerf guns. I'm just saying.
Don't start.
Don't hurt.
I don't have a Nerf gun yet.
Please don't hurt. I've got a super chat I got to deal with, folks, here. Quentin Nagel sent a super chat. Says, Merry, happy. Good to see all the peeps in one place. And I'm going to try to get this right now. Gezien de Kafis Almal. Thanks for the entertainment, Christmas, Father. Masakindas. Masakindas. Oh, that's beautiful. Masakind, yeah.
That's a Cape Town saying. It's like awe.
Yeah.
Like saying Masakind.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a Cape Town thing, yeah.
I still don't, or at least in Pretoria, I don't think it's very polite to say it sometimes.
But we're not in Pretoria.
Masakind?
We're in virtual space, so it's okay.
Brakpan, Pretoria and Brits. Sê jy nie ma se kinders nie. You don't say ma se kinders because it might be ma se kinders.
Yeah, but I know in the Cape they say it a lot, so it's one of those things. Yeah.
All right, well, so Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas to you
too. Merry Christmas.
What's happening? Are you guys set for Christmas? Is anybody having turkey or rabbit or gemsbok? Wilbur's hidden, so he's safe. Not worried about.
I'm having foie gras, Chris.
Foie gras. Ugh, that doesn't sound right. It's French.
No.
Well,
Delicious. It's the only thing that can compete with biltong over here, and it's not getting close,
Not even remotely.
I've been to France, and as much as it's a beautiful country, and I've been to France a few times, Paris, Montpellier, Grenoble, like in the south, a few places. The one thing I don't like about France is the cuisine. Like, it's too small and too weird.
Which is ironic.
They think it's the best in the world.
Yeah.
No, I think it's the best. But, I have an interesting story on that. So one of my dad's friends, he came to France, enjoyed the time. He went back to South Africa, and he said to them when he got back, he loved the meat. He loved the food over there. He likes that French thing that they make with the sliced meat, which is kebab. And he thought, kebab was a French cuisine.
Now, what is kebab? Is that like Turkish or something?
No, so it depends which country in the Middle East you're from. But it's the Turkish people make kebab. They slice it from the meat. It's disgusting the way the Turks make it, and then they add it into a bun. But in Iran,
why? Why is it disgusting? It's
because it's fast food in France. It's like the equivalent of McDonald's over here. But if you go to Iran or you go to one of those, the actual kebab they make you, it actually looks like what we would call a susati. And that's delicious.
You can go over Europe and get it. I mean, you can get that. It's like gyros. Gyros is the same thing. It's
it's almost the official food in Germany now.
It seems like. So, Gideon, what are your plans for Christmas? Are you home? Are you visiting family? Are you spreading the COVID cheer?
Indeed, we're spreading the COVID cheer. We would probably on Christmas Day take the dog, get in the car, go visit my mother, my gran, and the rest of the family in Swellendam. So that's about a 2.5 hour drive that I'm pretty much looking forward to, and then we'll be there for a couple of days. There's no beach in Swellendam, so it's not like we can break the law and go swimming.
There's no dam.
Yeah, there's a dam, I think, but not a proper dam. There's a river. So I might be tempted to go down to the river and sit in the embankment just to stick it to the man, because this is
but
now...
rivers is allowed. Rivers is allowed, Gideon.
No,
they didn't say that you can't swim in the river.
Go to the Apis Rivier in Victoria.
It was on News 24 today. You're not allowed to swim in the rivers as well.
I think that's fake news.
Sorry, Gideon.
Fake news.
But did they amend the regulations, or did some imbecile just say it and then the journalist run with it?
Adrian Bosson said it.
Okay.
Well, there you go. So we know it's a God's honest truth. Driven with white snow.
Has to be.
That guy is so deep into the government's butt, he can play with their lungs by now.
Yeah,
that's the cleverest thing you said on ages there, Hugo. That was well done.
That was brilliant. I'm still sad that the stars didn't align and his surname turned into Buffoon, because it's so close.
Well, the stars are aligning tonight. Two planets are so let's hope that by some miracle, him and who's that other monkey without the... No, sorry. I retract my words.
Somebody's going to get blocked.
Me. No, man, he's giving Aaron's Roots a lot of crap, man, as well. What's his name?
That's a long list of people.
Yeah, no, there's a journal.
Yeah.
No, not Max, man. It's the other dude. He's on Twitter. He's giving Ernst a lot of crap.
I mean, come on.
It's a journal, man.
But these guys, they actually think that we take them seriously and we listen to them. That's what's amazing to me.
That's good.
Tabak.
So very quickly, Herman, you're the one that gave us the news from News 24 there and told us that you can't go swimming in rivers. So there's a very important question here. Leo van Janssen van Rensburg said, "Can you swim in the potholes?"
Well, on our road we can. So. I was trying to put up a sticker so that I can sod off for a wee while. Guys, can you just excuse me? I just want to quickly go check my tobacco bonds, and then I'll be back in 5. So I'm just going to...
Yeah, you can drop out and pop back in. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
I'll put you in the waiting room.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it.
All right, that's Herman Roos. He's gone.
On that note, Colonel,
you got to go too.
Everyone... No, almost. I'll try to pop back in a bit. The connection seems to be pretty good. But I just wanted to actually take the time to say Merry Christmas to you and Beth and Yanni and Ichu and everyone in the comment section. And thank you so much for having me on your show previously and having me on again tonight. And I really appreciate it. And I think the festive cheer is actually finally beginning to bite now a little bit in this pretty crappy year. But I hope for everyone's sake, they have a really blessed and Merry Christmas, and that they spend time with people they love and care about. And that
absolutely good thoughts.
Next is a better year.
Thanks, Gideon.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to have you on my program. My pleasure to have my program. When am I coming on yours?
You can be my first guest for 2021.
There we go.
We'll
you heard it right
up.
here, folks. You heard it right here. If he doesn't make me his first guest, we'll drive viewers to another channel.
So we'll do it the week after New Year's. How's that? We'll make a plan.
Sounds brilliant. Anyway, Merry Christmas to you and your family. If you can pop back on, we'll look forward to it, especially if you're a little bit pissed when you come back on, because I'm expecting Jeremy Nell and Dodgy Joe to be quite pissed by the time they show up.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
No, I think we already experienced that on Friday night. Hey, Gideon?
We did. That was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious.
All right, Gideon, we'll catch you
that
a
was
little bit later.
Awkward.
Do you want me to put you in the waiting room, or are you just going to drop off and come back?
I'll drop off and come back. That's 100%.
Cool. Right.
Thank you, Colonel.
Bye,
Cheers,
Gideon.
everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Bye.
Just waiting for Laura to join now. It's not. Did she join? No. And we've got, where'd he go? There he is. So I'm trying to get the folks in there. All right, so, there's Laura. There she is. Merry Christmas, Laura.
Hey, Laura.
Oops, we have her. We don't hear her. Her audio is not there. Well, there's Ronaldo. But we can't hear you, Laura. Ronaldo, can we hear you? Oh, his is still connecting. His is still connecting too. Wow, look at that. Technology. Anyway. All right. I hear an aircraft. Who's got the aircraft in the background?
Oh, that might just be my computer struggling.
No, it's
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now,
Something
Laura.
flying.
Merry Christmas.
I can't hear you though for some strange reason. Hold on.
Wow. We can hear you. That's odd. Ronaldo
looks confused.
Ronaldo's there. His audio is connected. So
Oh, okay, there we go.
all
I'm
right,
here.
now you can hear us, Laura. All right.
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, welcome.
So I was told this was like the Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. What
It
the fuck's
is.
going on here?
It is. Ronaldo, Santa has brought gifts for people. We've already given Yanni a gaming mouse. We gave Hugo a map to Germany so he could find his surname origins. And I gave a Lone Gunman DVD set to Gideon because he's into weapons. We have a few more gifts here in the basket. And I've looked in here, Ronaldo, and a lot of people always ask you about if you're going to leave South Africa. So I figured if you ever do leave South Africa, I thought I'd share this book with you, The Great New Trek, to help you find your way for all the Afrikaners
wow.
who flee from South Africa. So it has lots of
Thank
good
you.
advice. Lots of good advice on where not to go. Like, I don't know, Australia. No, just kidding.
Pennsylvania is not a good place.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania's a brilliant place. We love Afrikaners here. In fact, we're discovering we have them right around the corner all the time. They're all over the place. We're lousy with them. Anyway, so there you go.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
It's my pleasure.
I've got a present for you too. Here it is.
Ah, wow. Age,
Wow.
IQ. Age or IQ, which is that? It's not nice to say that to Santa. Thank goodness this isn't a children's program.
You did go like the full 9 yards though, eh?
Dude, this is not a cheap suit. This is good quality here. I have to.
Is this
push
what
my
you-
gun
It's
out.
made in America.
That's the US Army uniform, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a December dress uniform for the Army. There you go. December dress uniform for the Army. So Laura, what's going on at your house? What's Christmas like there? What are you guys doing? Are you celebrating? Are you excited? Or are you just like still stuck in the 2020 Wuhan trance?
Yeah, we're gonna celebrate, but it'll literally just be the 5 of us in my house. We'll probably have hot dogs for Christmas lunch, Christmas dinner.
5 exceeds the authorized number. Shh. I'm going to tell.
Well, we live together, so
I'm still going to tell. You know, my governor said that for Thanksgiving, you can't have more than, I think it was 3 people in the room or 4 people in a room or something like that. So a family with 6
Serious?
kids, I guess you have to make your children, eat in the garage.
Yeah, they'll have to go sit in my ASOS.
There you go. Sit in your maid's house. There you go.
Or do you do it outside? Have it outside, because Thanksgiving in America is like the perfect time to be outside.
Yeah, because it's November, exactly. Beth, so you've got youngins running around your house. What's the plan for Christmas there? Are you excited? Or are you in the Wuhan trance? Or are you guys coming out of it?
I flew to Cape Town.
You fled.
Without me.
Yes. Well, I'm back now. I just went for 3 days.
Okay.
And I'm back now. We'll be going every year. We go to my sister for lunch. My mom cooks the turkey, but then we take it to my sister's, and I'll be making trifle because that's what I do every year.
Ooh,
And
trifle or truffle?
trifle
I know, just kidding.
Trifle's nice.
without the sherry because
Oh.
we have non-drinkers in our family.
I
Yeah.
see. There you go.
That's
Yeah.
boring.
Well, Beth, Santa looked through his bag and he did find a gift here for you. After all, it was misplaced. I found it. So, unfortunately, 2020 was a year we lost a lot of people. Chuck Yeager, but we also lost Sean Connery, James Bond. So
Oh,
here's
my
the Sean
favorite.
Connery collection for Beth. There you go. Look at that.
How
Ooh.
did you know?
Well,
How
Santa,
did you
Santa
know?
knows everything. We're making lists. We're checking it twice.
Santa's very clever.
And Nkosazana Dala Mizuma is not on my list. She's not even getting coal this year, but you will get the Sean
But she gave a
Connery.
super chat.
I saw that.
When did Sean Connery go?
Gosh, when was that? That was August,
A
September?
couple of, like 2 months ago.
Maybe October.
Yeah, I think it was October.
Yeah,
I
October
feel like
sounds
I'm
right.
living
Yeah.
in a hole at the moment. There's just so much news happening. You don't know what's happening anymore.
31st of October.
Halloween. Wow.
Was it? Wow. Ronaldo,
You're right.
what's the word on your end? We hear that your mom is coming by for Christmas, but only if she has a negative COVID test, is a rumor.
Exactly. Yeah, she won't be allowed entry until she shows that document. And that's on instruction of my wife.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm joking.
I thought maybe that was a DA requirement.
Don't blame the
that too.
wife now. Don't
Yeah,
blame the
no,
wife
no.
now.
I'm just
that
joking.
test
No,
is
I'm-
horrible, just for the record. I had to do one 2 weeks ago. And yes, they put the thing up your nose and then you have to push back as they pull the thing back out. It feels awkward.
There's one that's worse though, because there's the one that they do through the nose, and then there's the one that they do in the back of your throat. So
Yeah, the
guys obviously will fail at that 9 out of 10 times
Oh,
because there
Ronaldo,
were like
don't go
three.
there. Don't
I'm
go
not-
there.
No, there were three women in front of me, and then they go and then they just stick it in, and there's no gag or whatsoever. I go and sit there, and I tell this woman, I warn her, I say my gag reflex is like crazy. So she goes, and before it's even, I'm like, huh? And then the guys after me did the same. So the logical conclusion is we had 3 girls that went before and they didn't gag, and the 3 guys after and they gagged. My point is that the one that they stick down your throat is far worse than the one in the back of your nose.
Well, I gagged Ronaldo, and I'm a chick.
Well, there we go. So now we've learned a lot about you. Thank you.
Yeah. You're not helping, Laura.
Yeah, this sort of behavior will not be
Yeah.
tolerated on the Wednesday stream. I'm just saying that now. Children will be watching on Wednesday, so this won't be tolerated on Wednesday. Reese said that she gets to see her brother for Christmas. She hasn't seen her family since like June of last year. Wow, that's awesome. Are they coming down? Are you going there? What's the deal,
Yeah.
Yanni?
Last year. No, so they're coming up. So her brother and his girlfriend's coming up, and then my parents are coming up, and my sister and brother-in-law also
That's awesome.
coming over to us. So yeah,
Well,
so full house.
I think it's awesome. I mean, maybe it's not. It sounds awesome.
No. We're all. I mean, I'm lucky that in my family, both my family, my in-laws, and my family, like my parents, my in-laws, we all get along very well. So these type of seasons and whatever, this for us is family time. So whether it's Christmas or New Year's or Easter or whatever, we tend to spend that together. So I'm very lucky in that sense that
Nice.
my whole family just gets along, and it's awesome.
No, that's pretty awesome. So Herman's joined us again. He's back from curing his tobacco in the barn. Curing the evil weed. So welcome back, Herman.
Evil weed. Jeez, guys, you're making me sound like I'm the Grinch that stole Christmas.
No, man, tobacco is back on the table. People are thrilled to have that happen. What says Carter's making an appearance? What's that?
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm wearing earphones.
Hey,
I'm
Laura.
learning too.
Hey, Ronaldo.
Hi, you Herman.
Hello,
Happy
Amo.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you and Ronaldo as well.
Thank you.
In video.
Hello, Carter.
Hello, Carter. He's gone.
Hello.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
Check those eyes.
I think Carter
no,
needs to
he's
sing
different.
Merry Christmas for us.
He's sad and happy.
All at the same time.
Well, you can't see. Sad, happy.
That looks surprised, not happy. It looks more
Yeah,
like surprised.
Yeah, that's yes.
Hey, it's Dabo. Welcome.
Hey, thanks. Welcome and season's greetings, everybody.
Citizen Guardian.
Same
Welcome
to
to
you.
the stream. Santa has gifts
Good time.
for a lot of the YouTubers from South Africa. The bag has still got a few in it. And looking in my bag here, I found something for the survivalist in the crowd. So I just thought we'd bring this out. Unfortunately, like many survival devices, if you don't maintain it, it stops working. So the battery is flat, but that's a little survival lamp there. So I thought I'd
Great.
share
Thank
that
you,
with you.
Chris.
So that's
you.
that's your gift. Merry Christmas.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, but the good news is it's USB chargeable, so you can just charge it when it comes. But these are virtual gifts. You don't actually get to have.
Yes, I do understand that.
You know, Chris, I do take offense at you dishing out gifts to everybody, and you're not even dishing out a little one to me, even though we won the
You
tobacco.
got a
case.
lighter, Herman. We gave you a lighter.
Herman, don't feel alone. I didn't get one either.
Oh.
Jeez, you little grabbers are patient, eh?
Oh. Chris
I'll
is
take-
looking deep.
Yeah, I found this. This is for Laura, but you already
Digging
have a
deep.
camera. So Here's my out of the box GoPro. It's a paperweight. It doesn't work. It never worked out of the box. So here you go. Merry Christmas.
So I don't know
Thank
about
you,
in
Chris.
America, but we normally don't give kids broken toys for Christmas.
Yeah,
Are we
I
going-
agree.
Are we going to have a competition, Chris? Hey guys, to talk about the GoPros. I checked that you can actually use these GoPros as webcams.
I thought you were going to say as weapons. That's about mine. All it's good for. I can throw it and bean somebody. That's about all it's all good for.
I was checking out where a guy did a live stream from a GoPro, and the quality is much better than these HD cameras that we have.
Really?
I'm going to saddle Yanni for Christmas to help me figure out how to do the GoPro idea on to use it as a webcam.
Well, you
I
could
have
also
a-
you could get like a Stream Deck like I've got and never set it up. It's been here for 3 months. It's still sitting on my desk. Not
Okay,
doing it.
Chris. Okay, tomorrow quickly we do it. We need to.
I
It'll
told
be a
him that
2-day
too.
episode, Chris. It'll be
I-
2
I
days.
told- I also told him that it's not going to happen.
The first day is we set up all your scenes, make sure your scenes are right, and then the second day we'll set up your Stream Deck. Easy peasy.
All right. Well, then I can't complain about it anymore if you help me. So
No, I'm more than happy to. We just need to do it like before one of your streams, like quickly. You spend an
So
hour.
you get a
like-
half an
This-
hour
you
gap.
just- No, before the 6
all
p.m.
right, so
stream, like
let me
before
let
that.
me more that button and put Ronaldo in the waiting room there. Ronaldo hasn't noticed that my streams have been less frequent and shorter. As my subscriber base has stalled, we've reached terminal velocity, so we can't.
Did you lose subscribers, Chris? I saw you going. You were like on 21K or 22K. Now you're on 20K. Is it just me, or did you lose
No,
subscribers?
you missed. I never got higher than 20,232. So on November we surged
Okay.
up and got to 20,000 on November 30th, and I made that video, and then Ramon jinxed me on his program. Ramon, I put a video out and I said, hey, let's shoot for 25,000 for Christmas. And then Ramon on his show said, yeah, Chris is trying to get 25,000. We can't let him catch me. And then I started going downhill. So I think it's just a coincidence, but you never know with Ramon. So.
Let me just go unsubscribe from Ramon quick. Hold on. I'll be back.
Yeah, I'll go do that soon.
So
All of us do that.
So I did get a gift for you there, Herman. You thought I didn't get one for you, so this is so you can light your weed. So you can light your weed there, okay? So Merry Christmas to you. So
And his present works.
yeah,
Wow.
it's not broken. Laura got the broken toy, so yeah. But
The trick
Laura,
is that
but Laura just
the trick
crossed the
there is
threshold of
it's just got
subscribers. Go ahead, Ronaldo.
it's only got like 5% gas left. That's why.
Well, no, because I don't smoke. It's like 100% because it's only for braais, and I haven't bride all year.
Okay, you
so this
didn't get
thing's-
the joke. Never mind.
I
move
got
along.
it. I got it. 5% gas. Anyway, so
Chris, I've got a cultural question for you.
a cultural
America-
question. Ooh, hang
yeah,
on, hang- wait,
in
wait,
America-
wait. I got to get ready. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, in America, do you open your presents on the 25th or the 24th or the 26th?
25th.
25th. However, some of us are true to our German heritage, and that's some of my heritage. Is a German tradition among some Germans, many Germans, to open a gift on the 24th, on Christmas Eve, and then open the others on the 25th. So that's a tradition many Americans actually follow. Some do it just because they got to have that gift. They don't know it's tradition. Others because they know it's tradition. So traditionally, you exchange a gift in the evening before Christmas, and then you have the main gifts on Christmas Day. But Germans also celebrate Boxing Day quite heavily too. It's very important.
Yeah.
The 26th is a German holiday, official holiday, as well as the 25th. So yeah, but Americans 25th. That's when we do it. Ronaldo's spot on. He hit it spot on.
Boxing
South
Day is usually...
Africans. Sorry,
No, continue, Ronaldo.
you were first. But
Yeah.
you
Usually, I say Boxing Day is usually the day when after the family has left, you take all the stuff they give you, put it in a box, and take it to the pawn shop so that you can buy it. So get some money to buy
You
alcohol.
really want.
Well,
for
that's
New
gonna
Year.
be Christmas this year with nobody having a job. They're gonna have to all take the stuff to a pawn shop. Many crickets.
yeah.
Chris, do you
No,
know the
it-
expression dumduiker? Have you ever heard it in South Africa?
Don't know it.
AK rock
Okay, so-
rock spider.
No, not entirely. So if you ever go to a place like Benoni, Brakpan, or Meyerton, one of these places, there's an expression dumduiker, which means basically dam diver, if you translate directly. And what it is, it's the guys on the Saturday, they would all, drink a little bit at the dam and then blow up their monthly pay. And then Monday morning, the theory is that you would dive in the dam and you would recycle the bottles to try and make up a little bit of money back. Okay, that's how the dumb baker works. And what you just explained with me to me with the presents, and the next day you try and take it for recycling. It sounds a lot like that.
That sounds very complicated. I need a beer.
It's okay. I'm drinking already. I've had a rough day.
Santa needs a beer. Oh, you've just got my channel delisted. No, I'm just kidding.
That's suntan lotion, Laura.
Suntan lotion.
That's suntan lotion. That's like
Laura,
drinking suntan lotion.
And you're not allowed to use suntan lotion because you cannot go to the beach. Although
I'm in Joburg.
yeah, we're from
Oh my God! Look at Beth.
You can just go to Arties, and just enjoy it at Arties. Chill on the beach at Arties.
You guys are rookies. Look at Beth, man. She's got like 8-liter bottle of wine there.
No, it's a normal bottle of wine.
So I'm going to be posh and drink the wine next to the sand.
Well, but it looks like 8 liters because you're so tiny, Beth.
Oh, shush.
I wanted to say that, but yeah.
It looks huge. I thought that was one of those oversized bottles of wine. Wow.
Sexual harassment, panda.
I meant short in stature. You guys just go to the wrong place. Go ahead, Laura.
I'm not that short, actually.
No, you're not.
Okay,
You're
who's
not
the
short, but
shortest?
you are
Who's the
tiny.
shortest?
You look like
Okay,
a way
He's
Chris,
shorter than Joe, and Joe is like short.
Okay, so Chris, how tall are you in centimeters?
194.
Okay.
Yeah, that's tall. Holy shit.
I am 178.
I'm
Next.
198. No, I'm 189. Sorry, 189.
178 as well.
178 as well.
196.
196.
Yeah, on my side, 196.
Well, Herman's
I'm
tall.
176.
Look at Beth holding off. She's
176.
waiting to go last. She's going to blow us all
Yeah,
away.
1.1.
0.9.
Not 0.6. Not 0.6.
Interesting.
I'm 165.
Okay.
165.
I said a waif. You turned sideways.
You are
we
pretty
miss
much
you.
the height that people accuse me of being. So
That's right. They're really on that kick, aren't they, Ronaldo? They love that
Ronaldo,
story.
I always thought you
did
were taller
everybody
than
give their height though?
No,
who am I
Hugo
missing here?
didn't.
And Jared.
that. No, I'm 178. I put.
Jared didn't.
Just over. It's 1.8.
1.8.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
average. Seems like the average is there.
Where's my super mom on the West Coast? Is she in the comments?
I don't know.
Who's your super
Chantal,
mom?
yeah, she is.
What are you guys doing for New Year's though? Like, I mean, you can't be
I'm
out
drinking
after
that.
10
Dude, that's
o'clock.
next week's show. Don't be ruining this show.
No, but Ronaldo,
working.
if you stay there till 4 o'clock in the morning, you're all good.
True.
Yeah, that's
you
when
have
you
to
see
hide.
Ronaldo,
So you have
this
to
is
hide
Brits.
from 10 until 4.
That's fun. We're going to be drinking and playing games. We're good to go.
What do you call it again? It's like wegkruipertjie. So you at the club, but the club closes, but everybody hides and just drinks. Put earphones in and you party.
Is that what you're going to be doing, Ronaldo?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing it. Flat out.
Nice, buddy. Nice.
Wait, are the clubs open but the beaches are closed?
yeah.
Yeah, the clubs are open.
Well, that makes
you
perfect
serious?
scientific sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
see-
in France, they were surprised to discover that 18 and 19-year-olds during the summer got infected at dancing clubs. Nobody thought of that.
That's amazing.
Wow.
So
Okay.
the ocean is the death zone, and then the little walkway right next to it, safe zone. So death zone and safe zone.
No,
Makes
Ronaldo,
perfect sense.
they're scared you're going to infect the fish.
I know. And then that would lead to COVID-19 501v3. That would lead
No,
to
V501 was
new
a hair
version.
gel. It's not the same
Yeah.
thing.
5.
Whatever it was. Alberto
VO5.
This is
VO5.
Riesel H.
Alberto
Eventually we'll
VO5.
get to COVID-19 VO5.
Yes.
Which
See,
when you
all
get
of you
sick,
guys,
your hair gets all soft and smooth. You don't have to
And
wash it.
slimy, yeah.
And slimy, yeah.
yeah, but you see, all of you
Tresemme.
guys have one.
Tresemme.
There we
Ronaldo,
go.
all of you guys have one problem. You're all staying in the city. You see, out here on the farms, we all have high security fences, electric fences. So what we do is we all just go to one farm. We lock the farm. The police can't get in. They can, and if they do get in, we just give them 2 cases of beer, and they sod off, and they're gone. And we all continue to party. You see.
So you're telling me if I want to break
neighbors
into
that
a farm, it's during Christmas because everyone is at one farm.
Just be very careful though, because if you haven't been invited and you try and break into a farm, it's going to end badly for you.
That's exactly what we say. So the police won't try and break in, try and disturb us while we're partying, because they know they're might end up in a bad situation. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We just lock the gates and we go like, enjoy. Welcome to New Year's.
Yeah, I live in a complex, so I mean we've got a bunch of cool people living in the complex, and we are contemplating having like a picnic area and everything. Because what is your home technically? Because if I'm in my property, which is like the area, then that is most fine. So maybe we can have a New Year's party picnic, and
complex is private property, so you're home.
So then we can just have a massive picnic.
So long as you don't have any Karens in your complex.
Yeah.
Oh, we have
What's
a bunch
the male
of
Karen? What's a male Karen? Because we have a male Karen in our...
Kevin. Yeah.
Andre or a Yaku.
Okay, well, we have a couple of those in our complex, because you guys know these leaf blowers, right? That you use these leaf blowers to like clean up your garden and whatever. Like, we have a guy that has a problem with the leaf blower because the dust that gets blown up goes over to his side of the fence, and then it goes and settles there, as if the wind doesn't do that too. But he has a problem with that. So yeah, I'm just saying.
That's what happens when you move into rich suburbs, bud. Well, congratulations on that.
I had my first AGM 2 months ago. Our first AGM, and I was chilled in the AGM. I was like scoping out who all the dickheads is. Sorry for my language. But next year, dude, next year I'm laying down the law. Like, I bought here as well. I have my own rights and whatever we can and can't do. But I'm going to have some guy tell me we use the gate too much because I've missed a delivery or some shit like that. So, you know what? Karen, Yaku, or whoever next year, like, no. Next year I'm not going to be nice. Like, I just had to scope out.
We've renamed that.
That's why I would never stay in those places.
Anymore. No, it's not Karen's anymore. It's now Bianca's and Bernie's.
This is where I agree with Herman. I would rather take the unsafe nature of the farms as opposed to living in a complex like that.
Unsafe? What's unsafe?
I'm in a standalone house, and I love it.
Yeah, me too, Beth.
Well, I wish I can have a place that is bigger than a few square meters. Because
I love my complex because I don't have to cut the grass, and I don't. If anything outside of my house fucks out, I have got insurance.
Yeah, there's advantages. So it's not that one's better than the other. It's just like personally, I hate those people. I can't take it.
If I scream in my very high pitch, then like everybody will wake up. So it's fine.
Ronaldo, I don't have to cut my grass. I've got 2 men in my house.
Yeah. I pay someone called Albert, and he comes and cuts the grass.
Someone named Albert.
Albert.
I know that service. I called them last night. Can I have someone named Albert, please? Yes. Rushing right over. By the way, Yanni, I must say that you have a dead sexy microphone there. I'm really impressed with it. I really like your microphone.
Yeah, Chris, I like your mic as well, dude. Yeah. It's awesome.
So
now we just need to get you one of these arms.
Yeah.
Looks like a red dildo.
You're just jealous.
Does Ronaldo have penis envy?
I'm jealous.
No, it's penis heavy.
With this beautiful microphone that I've got over here.
So I need advice on a microphone.
Okay, the one that you're wearing sucks. Get a new one.
I know that. I'm well aware of.
Get one
Are we
takes
having
your...
a microphone competition now?
Laura's looks like a hairdryer.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Laura's
yes.
mic's not bad.
No,
it
it looks
also
like a
doubles
hairdryer.
up as something. It doubles up as something else.
Yeah, show your mic.
Ronaldo.
Bring your mic into.
There it is.
Oh, that looks good.
There we
Nice
go.
pop filter. Looks like he's in a studio there, a real studio.
It's a COVID filter. Get it right, please.
Yeah. It's my COVID filter. It's my COVID filter.
Yichu must get one, but he must get one that it's got that automatic filter that removes the cock French accent when he tries to speak. So it removes the French accent.
I think you're just jealous.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not jealous.
That's Italian.
That's Greek.
That's Italian.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Eastern Cape.
I'm not jealous.
Okay,
Better?
that's Italian. The first one was Greek, like Mr. Kenanopoulos.
I'm not jealous.
So, Citizen Guardian, do you like hide life-saving things around the house for Christmas for people to find, or what's your Christmas tradition? You have any?
Well, surprising that you actually bring that up. I have water filters that I send out to some of my close friends just as a present this year. So it seems a little bit cheesy, but it's quite effective and could be life-saving one day. So yeah, just a good question.
There you go. Excellent. See,
I like that.
If you were living in Bridge, yes, water filters would have been accepted because of the pollution in the Hartbeespoort Dam. But where you live, do you really need that?
It's not for that so much. It's a good question as well, but I definitely think that it's mostly just for keeping in reserve because, the water system has been faultier before. So it's just good to have an alternative. So it's definitely something, besides for having like barrels for keeping water and having bleach to purify it, it's pretty good. And sorry to turn this into a survival conversation. I know it wasn't. I'm sorry. You did it, Chris.
I did. But let's all admit something right now. Everybody on the channel.
This stream is brought to you by
Mitrotskebog from Chris White, Africa. No, so seriously, you can all admit to this.
Chris, stop it.
The most.
There we go. Thank you.
The most polite and the guy who will never tell you anything bad, no matter how cock your question is Citizen Guardian. If he's in a conversation and he asks you a question, you start answering some nonsense from left field. Well, that's a very good answer. Thank you for that, sir. I appreciate it. And so could you elaborate on that? He's like the nicest dude. It's very, it's very calm. And when he does an interview, it's very well done. So anyway, Ronaldo.
I think if I could just speak on that, it's definitely an offshoot of being in boarding school for too long. So it's definitely a boarding school thing. I'll admit at that.
Ah, okay. So you have nightmares of being hazed.
In defense of survival equipment, I'm actually currently using the Christmas present my sister got for us a couple of years ago. Okay, this is going to be like a bit of a crowd flasher, audience, just like I'm warning you. This is it's a little power bank.
Oh, guys.
I can plug little other like light bulb thingies in, and it's got this light on it.
I can't see it. It's out of the camera.
Okay,
I like how they make things sound more exciting. They call a battery a power bank,
Yeah.
No, but it is because you can.
You know that in
it's
America.
got a USB.
There you go. That's cool.
Can plug in some globes here.
Okay.
It's got this crowd flasher. It's also just a torch.
Okay. There you go.
And it's got a solar panel.
Cool. So the woke crowd will love it because it's got a solar panel. But Hugo, here in the United States, we don't sell used cars anymore. They're previously owned.
Oh.
Yes.
And
You're not allowed to say used cars.
Exactly. I've got to do a quick super chat. We got a super chat here. So, Merry Christmas. That's awesome, Ronaldo. We'll get to that in a second. Lezan says, I scratched out all the rules I did agree with on complex rules, signed next to it before signing it. Then the guy complained I slammed the door. Huh? I don't understand that super chat. Lezan, what are you talking about? You don't have to super chat again. Just explain what you're talking about. Anyway, so Ronaldo, you've showed that before. That's pretty awesome. Where's that come from?
I made it myself,
No,
obviously.
You liar.
Yanni made this.
Liar.
It's obviously alien. So yeah,
it's
quite
cool.
well done.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Very detailed.
Can you guys guess what this is?
I know what that is, so I'm going to keep quiet.
Okay, no. You, Beth, you know what this is.
It's
A paper holder.
It's a Lego for really slow children.
Okay, Chris is out.
Damn.
You go.
It's like
What they
quiz
call
night.
Ronaldo, Laura.
It's a paper holder.
It's a
Okay,
phone,
not. Laura's out.
phone holder.
You're out.
No. Let me just find something
piece of
around
plastic?
quick.
Oh, now you're giving hints. That doesn't count.
Yeah,
while
that's
he's
not
running
fair.
off with welcome Lynch.
No,
who
no,
just came
no.
in.
I want to show you what it's for. Right, so you guys all out. Cool.
That-
Oh,
Wait,
Len,
is
sorry,
it-
I see you
is
joined.
it potentially a DIY like camera stand, like
Yes.
a little tripod that
No.
you made for yourself?
No.
No,
3D printed stuff.
it's a center finder. So you see what the little X is? When you put this on it, you draw a line, then you turn it and you draw a line, and then where the cross is the center.
In what application do you use it for?
Wherever you need to find the center on a cylinder, and it's something that I drew out for Beth's husband. Or something square.
Yanni, can you make me one, please? Because oh boy,
why's my head so big?
That's what she
It's all
said.
that hair.
That's what she said.
No, Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
Guys, I'm going to say good night. I really have a
Good
long day
night.
tomorrow ahead of me. Chris, thank you for having me on your stream.
Thanks, Herman.
Hopefully, Ronaldo will answer my WhatsApps coming next week. Laura, I haven't been ignoring you. It's just been hectic busy. Guys, everybody, guys, Jared,
Take
Beth,
care.
and
If I
Yanni.
don't speak to you, have a very, very Merry Christmas and a safe New Year, because, we can't go anywhere
Oh,
anyway.
Len is here in the corner.
And
Merry Christmas to all.
yes, we'll talk
Thanks,
soon.
Herman.
All right,
Merry
Herman. We'll
Christmas,
catch you later.
guys.
Merry
Cheers.
Christmas.
Again.
Cheers, Herman.
Next
Cheers.
week you can come on my program.
Bye, Herman. Merry Christmas.
We have to, Chris, because there's quite something interesting in that tobacco court case.
We'll do it
that I
next
picked
week.
up. Anyways, guys,
Awesome.
cheers. Bye-bye.
Look
All
forward.
right.
Bye.
Cheers.
Lynn has joined us, and now we have Renee Kruger coming in a moment. So, hi, Lynn. How are you?
Hi, Len.
Fine. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Lynn. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Love you, Ed.
And there's Renee Kruger. Hey, Renee. Welcome to you. Merry
We
Christmas.
are
to
not
you.
related. Hello, Renee.
I don't know.
Oh, her audio is connecting still. Oh, no, I don't hear her. It says connecting. She must be using.
Hello.
There she is. There she is. Merry
Hello.
Christmas, Renee.
Merry Christmas to you. Thank you.
Well, we have to
Please.
apologize for the kit. Some of us are wearing proper Christmas clothing. Some of us, like Yanni, are confused.
Well, I'm your little helper, Chris. I mean,
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
I'll help.
Okay. And
Yeah,
Like,
Yanni's
I
the
have
elf.
these type of gifts and stuff.
yeah, I'm
You
so
know.
Love
glad.
your hat,
I'm
Johnny.
so glad I
I really
did this
do.
stream. If you hadn't showed that device, I would have been crushed.
So, Citizen Guardian asked what application that'll be used for. So, I'm going to jump in here and give my husband a bit of a punt. He makes pens. He turns pens and stuff on a lathe, and he needs to find center so that he can drill a hole for, the pen kit to go in the piece of wood or resin or whatever that he has turned.
When you
So
say
that's
It
what
looks
pen
like
is
amazing.
when
for.
you say pins, do you mean like collectible pins that people put on their
No,
clothing,
a
or
pen. Sorry.
Can I
like
show
people
you a
put
picture?
I
in-
don't
Beth?
mean
people put in their
yes,
legs?
please. Please
I
show
have
the
a picture. Can I show it?
Yeah.
Sure, if you can make it
hold on.
happen.
I'm sure the
I can
receiver
make it
of that
happen,
gift.
Joe.
While
Won't,
Yanni's making it
um,
happen, let's get a little from Lynn and then from Renee since they've joined us. Lynn, do you have any special Christmas tradition? You doing something special for Christmas, or is it just another year? We're all trying to get out of the Wuhan haze and get into 2021. So, do you have anything special planned?
No, unfortunately not. I'm working.
Oh,
That's the joy of being in the
that sucks.
hospitality industry. So, yeah, I'll be working.
it does suck, but on the upside, that means you've got a job, which is good news.
Yes, thank goodness.
But
Thank
it still
goodness.
sucks.
Okay, be quiet,
Does-
DA.
That is what it is, and I'm very grateful that I have a job because
Excellent.
it's been
Been a tough year.
a hectic year.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it is.
Renee, are you down on the farm? What's going on there? Are you in the big city now? What's going on? And are you doing something special for Christmas?
I'm at the beach, so
At the
best
beach.
that I
Shh, shh. Back at Chile. Back at Chile. Shh, shh.
What?
I shouldn't say it out loud, but yes, I'm literally on the beach with my sisters every day, swimming in the ocean, enjoying it very much. And that's part of the tradition, of the Christmas tradition. But my favorite Christmas song says, "Give us a helder swimmer Kersfeest," so a bright summer Christmas, and that's what it will be this year as well, I trust. And yeah,
Wat is die adres daar? Ek moet briefie skryf.
nee, ek sal nie dit gee nie. Maar yeah, and then something special. We are a family of 5, or and we give small gifts to each other every year, like 3 or 4 gifts per person. So it's a very stretched out ceremony when we hand out the gifts, but it's every time something small and special and meaningful. And so it's always a stretched out business that other people don't want to be part of, but for us it's very special.
And do you do the gifts on the 24th or the 25th?
On the evening of the 24th.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that.
Afrikaans deur en deur. Afrikaans deur. And in Afrikaans culture, you do not go to bed without knowing what you got for Christmas. That's as simple as that is. And then on Sunday, on Christmas Day, you eat until you take an afternoon nap. That's how it works.
No, but Ronaldo, just be honest about it. I mean, because we've already shared that Germans do that on Christmas Eve. I mean, Afrikaners are just Germans who went looking for the beach and became Dutch and got lost and wound up in South Africa. So that's why you guys do it on Christmas Eve.
Well, what can we say?
As a mother, I'm glad that we do it on Christmas morning. Just saying.
Why though?
Because they're probably driving nuts all night.
Oh no.
Yeah, don't they drive you
because the kids have to be in bed for Father Christmas to come.
That's right.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That's right.
Do we still have those rules that kids have to be in bed by a certain time?
Yeah, mommy and daddy's got to go and look for Father Christmas.
Well, that's better than when I was a child. My stepfather and I shot at Santa Claus off the porch. Of course, we live in the country, so firearms were not a problem. We just got on the porch and fired a couple rounds out of shotguns, and all my siblings came running downstairs. Oh, he shot Santa Claus. In retrospect, that was just kind of cruel.
It is really cruel.
I was 14. I just went along with it. So anyway.
So is this like the worst Christmas in recent living memory?
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, don't let it be. Don't let the bastards grind you down.
No, the world is
Christmas
not burning.
is what you make it.
Yes, Laura. Well said. Well said.
Well, Christmas officially
I even
cancelled
have
this side,
Christmas
by the way.
earrings.
Christmas
That's why
earrings.
I can't wear my headphones. Yes, I have Christmas
So what if
earrings.
my Christmas, like making my Christmas, was skinny dipping in the ocean and then being arrested next to Baba for Christmas Day until I can get bail 2 days later?
That's just
How would that then make the best of that situation?
That sounds like a Christmas that Julius would enjoy there, Ronaldo. So.
Ronaldo, if I may ask, if you're doing that for Christmas, what does your New Year's look like?
Yeah.
It's going to look a lot better than that. Didn't see the earrings, by the way.
Yeah, show us again, Beth.
Well, Beth's getting all glitzy there. That's cool. What does she got?
I've got
Christmas
Santa Claus.
earrings.
What does
Oh,
that
looks
weigh?
like
Like 2
great.
kilos? That looks heavy.
That's glam.
And I got Christmas
Beautiful.
trees.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
That's so pretty.
So I did expect to hear, because I knew Beth had surreptitiously slipped away to the Western Cape. I knew about that. The rest of you really haven't gone anywhere for Christmas, although I'm quite shocked and surprised to find that Renee went to the beach. That was news to me. Yeah, and as I said, as Ronaldo was making note of there for SAPS, we're making sure that we share that information because dangerous criminals like you are the reason COVID has spread. Now this thing's not working. There you go. We've got you. We've caught you.
I would actually like to know.
Are the game reserves closed or not?
Yeah, they closed as well.
Yes.
What do you want to know, Ronaldo?
No, I wanted to know where in which province each of us are at the moment,
Oh, there you go.
including
That's good.
Chris. I think that's so. I'll start. I'm in the Eastern Cape,
Gauteng.
Gauteng, okay.
Gauteng,
KwaZulu-Natal.
Okay.
KZN,
Parijs,
Paris.
but the actual one, not the Free State.
Yeah, also share a city with Ronaldo, but the problem is that we were the naughty ones this time around.
I'm so
Cyril
sorry to hear
addressed
that
us.
you stay with in the same city as Ronaldo.
Don't worry, I stayed far enough away though, so it's not
Yeah, it's a joke, right? But like the moment that Hichu is in like my ward, he doesn't let me know. We can't even go for a beer. So that was like, hey, nah.
I didn't get to go. I'm in the extreme northwestern province of South Africa.
Extreme.
Yeah.
Very
Did
extreme.
Laura and Renee say where they were provinces?
I'm in Gauteng.
And I'm in the Western Cape.
Ah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
We need that.
She's making plans for secession already.
I left it in one
secession. Is Renee involved in secession? I don't think so.
I would actually like to. Would you be in support of secession, Renee?
Of what?
Don't drag her into that nonsense.
The Western Cape seceding from the rest of the country.
Then she couldn't go to the beach.
No, I haven't. I haven't paid a lot of thought to that, but because it sounds as if it is so far off an idea. But I don't think I'm so in support of that.
Preach.
I would like for us to get rid of the Western Cape. So I'm all in favor of it. As somebody that is from Pretoria, I think we can go without the Stormers rugby team.
In the Western Cape if secession happens. But I will be moving.
I'm not going to wait.
That's what I need to do, get rid of the ANC and whatever.
I'm not going to wait for secession. I'm ready to do a land grab now. I want a place near Simonstown. But I do have a super chat to acknowledge here. Brett Sessoms, our Mississippian, has joined us, and he's been here for a while, but he did a super chat and said, are violence and murder at Christmas family... Oh, Brett, what kind of question is this? Are violence and murder at Christmas family gatherings a problem in South Africa? In the USA, in inner cities and countryside, it can be a huge problem.
Brett always comes in with the humding.
Yes, because the family members actually shoot each other. They take time off from killing people around.
It's not only that, it's definitely also because people aren't at home. So crime rate does occur a little bit more frequently in the urban areas, in the suburbs and that type of thing, because people aren't home.
A lot of break-ins.
Yeah.
That's why it's better not to go to somebody on Christmas, because it's like, it's an open target for people to rape.
Well, actually, in
But
Botswana... Go ahead, Beth. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. It's fine.
No, as in Botswana, what happens is that throughout the festive seasons, from like the last week of November through New Year's, the Botswana Defense Force does joint patrols with the Botswana Police Service, because the Defense Force is 11,000, the police are just 9,000, and so they team up with them, and the military carry weapons, the police are unarmed, so it helps curtail home break-ins and violent crime during the holidays. Without it, it would just be a real mess. But it does have a positive impact. I'm not a big fan for that sort of thing, but it is effective in Botswana. So, Beth, what were you going to say?
I was going to say Dr. Jonathan Wood actually said that our public holiday on the 16th of December is when the emergency rooms see the most stabbings and shootings and drunken driving accidents. And
the day of reconciliation, the day that we see the most stuff going on. That's pretty sad.
Yeah.
You see the differences in Gauteng. You don't have to wait until everybody's on holiday. You get the same amounts of break-ins all year round.
Well, that's fair.
That's true.
And if you're looking for action, you can always, drive through Hillbrow.
Unfortunately,
just don't stop the traffic signals. Don't stop at the robots.
Ooh, I have a story about that. So the other day when Joe was visiting, right? Just Joburg CBD.
Oh, okay.
So the other day when Joe was here, Joe Emilio was visiting. He stayed on a couple of days longer.
When you flew him up and none of us. Yes, we vividly remember
you
that.
flew Joe up?
And that bride that was there, that Laura formed part of.
I was at no bra. Hammond invited them all to the bra. I was not invited.
So my question is this,
when
Yanni,
are you paying for my flight ticket?
Yanni,
if I play Call of Duty with you, will you pay for my flight to South Africa? I'm just asking.
Yes, Chris, because you will keep my stats high because you're military. So of course, Chris. No, but let's just no. Okay, let's go back to Joe. So Joe's wife only stayed for the weekend. Joe stayed for the week longer, right? So when we dropped his wife off at the airport, I'm like, hey, do you want to shoot through the city and I'll show you Joburg CBD? Because in the 10 years that Joe has been in South Africa, he's only been to Johannesburg once, and it was for a weekend, and it was for some comedy gig or something. So he wasn't. Ronaldo, when you come and visit, when I buy your ticket, I'll take you through the CBD as well. I'm just saying.
No thanks.
I'm more than happy to.
But
anyway, so I said to Joe, do you want to shoot through the CBD? And we'll go through the Empire Tower, not Empire Tower,
Brixton?
Not the Empire
the Broadcast Tower,
Hillbrow
I've
Tower.
done Empire Road, the Hillbrow Tower, all of this stuff. Like, just went and showed him like where the High Court was, and just showed him everything though, right? And he was literally like scared. He was like, "Would you like walk around here?" And like, "Why are you looking like you know when you do your driver's license in South Africa, you look your blind spots 3 times, and then you check your mirror and check in front, and you check that." And that's how I'm driving when I'm in the city, because if I stop there, I like just check who creeps up on the bakkie, whatever, or my car. And Joe was like, "Why are you doing that? Why are you?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm just checking everything out," because the city is quieter. It's not like normal city busyness as of what it is normally. But yeah, I took him through the city, and it was like he enjoyed it, but he was scared, you know. And that for me was like weird, because you know we were saying, like Laura is saying, you know what, we're used to it because people break in all the time and whatever, and that's true though. I think our tolerance for crime sometimes is just
it's off the charts. South African tolerance. You guys dismiss crime. Seriously. But before I tell that, I got a story to tell you about that very quick, everybody. I just realized it's like Hollywood Squares, and Laura's got the center square, so she came out on top here. At the bottom, it looks like everybody's bored with our conversation, so let's mix it up a little bit here. We don't want to lose Citizen Guardian Lynn or Renee if they get bored on us, but I was in Paris at Charles de Gaulle Airport in 2000, flying to South Africa, and there were some Americans who were going to South Africa for the first time. I was going for a return trip, and there were a bunch of South Africans there. There were mostly whites, there were a few coloreds, and a couple of black South Africans. And we were talking about violence in South Africa, and they asked me, because then it was in the middle of the Americans, they said, "So what's it like?" I said, "No, it's okay. You just have to be, you have to be like that spidey sense at the back of your neck. Just be careful, especially in urban areas. But just if something seems odd, there's probably something wrong. Just be smart about things. You'll be safe in South Africa." Well, that was 20 years ago, not today. But anyway, so I told him that, and the South Africans like, "Oh no, he's exaggerating. No, it's safe. It's no, don't listen to that's all nonsense." And then in the course of the next 45 minutes, one South African, "Oh yeah, this scar, that was when I got shot when they tried to carjack me in Joburg, and this is where I got stabbed when they tried to rape me, and this is where I got night. Oh, what? Oh, yeah. And how many times have you been robbed? Oh, my house has been broken into 6 times. What?" And here's the word. It's a great English word: inured. South Africans, in large measure, are inured to violent crime. Now, it's unfortunate. Things that would make people pass out hearing the horrific things that happen in South Africa, which are normal course of the day for many South Africans. Unfortunately, So, I mean, look, this show isn't about that, but there have been several farm murders in December, and nobody's talking about it because it's a festive season. Really sad stuff. Black and white South Africans murdered on farms in December. It just happens all the time, and 60 murders a day.
Chris, on that point, the people I get along with most in Europe are actually people from the Middle East. And the reason is they understand crime and violence on the same level that we do. When I speak to the Europeans here, and just explaining what happened, just telling the story, they sound as they think I'm either paranoid or like they get frightened just by hearing what you're telling them. But when you speak, I mean, I've got good friends from Lebanon, and obviously my wife is from Iran, and when I speak to them about this type of stuff, okay, they don't have the break-ins and the robberies that we necessarily have, but they've got state violence. Yeah. Governments oppressing you. I mean, in Iran, just last week, they executed a girl for, they sent a girl 10 years to jail, for example, for sharing photos of Instagram. There's, that type of stuff. And they're much more accustomed to it. So I think there's sort of like a developing world solidarity there, if you will. South Americans as well. I've got friends from Brazil and these places. They tend to understand it a lot better. But the Europeans are totally detached, I think, from the dangers of life.
Yeah, well, let's.
I think it's good.
Go ahead, Ronaldo. Go ahead.
I think it's a good roundabout for us to do then, and because there's somebody in the questions asked, like, have your guests had their homes broken into? And I think all of us are going to say yes. So instead of that, why don't we do what is the worst crime incident that has happened to you?
I don't like that theme. Brett is the one who did the super chat, and he said, have any of your guests, I was going to get to that. Ronaldo stole my super chat there, but that's okay. But before we do that, before we lose some of our YouTubers in the channel who may not want to talk about horrific things that have happened, you can also alternatively, and that was what I was going to get to, tell us your favorite Christmas memory. I think that's even better. But anyway, if you want to talk about a bad situation, that's fine. But if you want to share a favorite Christmas memory, please do that as well. Anyway, anybody? Beth, it looked like you were ready to start there, so you're chomping at the bit.
I was actually gonna say goodnight.
Oh, okay. See, you scared away my audience.
No, it's not that. I'm still recovering from all the peopling.
All
in
the
Cape
peopling.
Town.
Is that a verb?
It is to me.
It's called South African slang, Chris.
Well, it's called 30% passing for the matrix. I think that's what it's called.
The Matrix. What's the Matrix?
I wrote matric when it was still a decent certificate to write it, and yes, no, peopling is a verb for introverts. So yes, I'm going to bow out and get a good night's rest. So
All right, Beth.
thank
Thanks a
you
lot. Merry Christmas. Thanks
very
for joining us.
much for inviting me, and a very, very Merry Christmas to you and all your viewers. And yeah, I'll see everybody soon, I'm sure.
All right, Beth. Thanks a lot.
Merry
Bye-bye.
Christmas.
Bye, Beth.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good one.
Happy.
How do I do this?
Just say leave.
There we go.
Druk die groen
There you go.
knoppie.
Push the
Die
leave
groen
button.
knoppie.
All right. Does anybody have a favorite Christmas memory they might want to share? Mine was shooting Santa Claus.
That seems to be like addressing both Ronaldo and what you want.
At the same time, yes.
Yeah.
So we've went after both themes there.
It's so tough though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Ronaldo, I found another gift in the bag, Santa's bag for you. So,
Are we
so I
actually
get
getting these
two.
gifts, Chris, or are you just showing them to us? And
No,
then
he's
we
just
give them?
showing it like a fake
digital,
Father
dude.
Christmas.
they're digital. I mean, it would cost me like
Okay, so
10
they're fake.
billion rand to send these things to you guys, and then it would sit in customs for 3 years before you ever got it.
Yeah.
There's a super chat. YouTube police, I will keep you all safe in chat. Clever. So, that looks like something Yanni would be doing. But anyway, Ronaldo, I figured I'd help you out with because you're always being accused of putting information up that's not valid. I disagree. I think your stuff is very valid. But here's the Pocket World and Figures. It's an older edition, so I thought I'd share that with you. So there's a Christmas present for you.
Thank you. I think you are confusing me with an Australian YouTuber. I'm quite factual with my information.
I didn't say you weren't. I said you're accused of it. That's not the same thing.
I just wanted to set the record straight.
Okay, well, with the record straight. Okay. Renee, do you have any Christmas memories that you don't mind sharing? I don't mean to put you on the spot.
No, well, what I shared earlier is still relevant in that sense because it is a tradition, so I cherish it, and it's like the same every year, but it's special every year. So coming to the beach and meeting up with the family and the small special gifts and all that. Going to church on Christmas morning and going to the beach with the whole family. That is what we do every year, and it's special every year. So I can't emphasize one specific year or one specific memory.
Okay, no, that's cool. Thank you for sharing that. But I just have to tell you, Renee, and to all you South Africans, it's just wrong. The beach for Christmas, what are you, from Miami? This is just wrong. I realize it's summertime in the Southern Hemisphere, but it's supposed to be snow and sleigh. Hugo knows what I'm talking about. It's supposed to
We
be
don't
cold.
get snow.
No, Chris, there's a reason why I wanted to fly back to South Africa for Christmas. Like, a white Christmas is nice the first year around. The second year, you don't want to go outside.
What
Also-
Christmas is actually for is the white beaches, the white stretched out beaches. That's why the eye can
Exactly.
see with the
Okay.
waves.
Who decided that Christmas needs to have snow, Chris? Why can't Christmas have sun and you guys are wrong all the time? Why can't we be right?
Europeans.
Why can't we be right?
Yanni, there's a song called White Christmas.
I'm dreaming.
Yeah,
of a
but that song
white
is
Christmas.
fake. It's a
He's
fake song.
talking about drugs, though, to be real.
What,
Exactly.
cocaine? Oh,
Probably.
cocaine. That's
Probably.
crazy.
And he's probably from South Africa too.
Yeah,
That was
exactly.
Colombia.
You sure it's cocaine or was it Mandrax?
I don't know. My favorite Christmas memory
There you go, Ronaldo.
is I'm still thinking because there's a couple of them, but the favorite one was probably Okay, I'm pausing this whole live chat now for people listening to me. It was when I spent it because we don't often spend Christmas together. So I had my brother and his fiance now, my mom, my dad, and obviously my wife, and we were all together. And then we were just like also on the beach, and it was like one of those nights, you know, those nights where there's no wind, you don't need to put a top on, it's not too hot, and we were all around like a campfire, and it was just like talking about us and our lives and what we've gone through. It was like an amazing experience. And then I got a very cool gift as well. So yeah, that was the highlight.
You know, speaking of that, I don't think I've ever had a Christmas on the beach. I've had
That's
a white
amazing.
Christmas, but I've never gone to the ocean for Christmas because I've stayed in north of the country.
I actually did once go to the beach for Christmas. I was in Liberia. No snow.
Yeah. Watch out for the pirates.
But my view on Christmas is I think it's too commercialized, and
I agree.
I've never gotten into the Christmas spirit family thing. So you know, it's a bit for me like it's like another day just for me.
Well,
I don't know if
on
I can-
Wednesday, go ahead, Double.
Sure. No. All right. So permission to be really cheesy. And I've looked up to Ronaldo for like the last 10 years of him doing like YouTube streams and stuff. And so
Until this year.
No. So like this, I know that Ronaldo is probably going to feel like all awkward or something that I'm calling him out on this, but I really have been a supporter and a big fan of his for quite some time. And this Christmas is actually really special because of that, because I get to speak to, some of the South African YouTubers. You guys do really great content, but specifically yourself, Chris, and Ronaldo. And so I know it's a bit cheesy, but it really does matter to me quite a lot. And for my Christmas story, though, before Ronaldo gets even more big-headed than he is, what I wanted to give you for my Christmas story as well was basically that
I like him.
we never really celebrated it much when I was much younger, right? And when I was younger for the most part, but my cousins would at their house, and they always accepted me to come over for Christmas Eve and then Christmas morning, and my uncle would make sure that I've got like a little present as well. So for me, that really like taught me the value and the Christmas spirit, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for spending time with family and for having those experiences.
No, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. It's pretty
It's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, it is really cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that.
Well,
Appreciate it.
The one Chris.
Lynn, go ahead. Let Lynn go, and then we'll get Laura. Lynn first.
Are you getting hot, Chris?
Yes, that is a very warm cap. I had to take it off. Besides, it's a time for
Please put it back on.
It's an
No, please put
unsolicited
it back
advert
on.
for Tresemme now. So,
No, please put it
Tresemme.
back on. You have to suffer.
But see, the thing is,
We have to.
Clicks is BEE level 6, so I don't understand what the grief is all about. I'm just saying.
Put it back on, Chris, please.
Please, Lynn, go ahead.
Anyway, my favorite, it's actually this year, actually, when you first put on your Father Christmas outfit, Chris, my granddaughter came rushing in, and I was busy, obviously, watching you, and she was like, "Oh, Granny, Father Christmas! Oh, you're watching Father Christmas!" So that's this year.
Oh, that's sweet.
You're very sweet. And she can't wait for your stream, by the way. She's like, when is it? Got 4 days, Chris. When is it happening? Tell me, call me. So that's what's going to happen on the 23rd. Then going back to crime and all that ugliness, somebody decided to steal a revolver from next to my dad's bed. And it's gonna sound really crazy. Anyway, stuck a stick and hooked it up.
Can any worse?
Got it down the stick. Bumped the burglar bar, and my mum turned over and said, "What are you doing?" And he got such a fright. He tried to pull the revolver off the stick, and he shot his fingers off.
Good.
Yeah.
That's not a good Christmas story.
I think.
Yeah. Like the guy
think
got
it's a
his
good story?
pittance.
Yes.
Pittance or pittance.
And
What's
we
the
didn't
correct
have
term?
to do anything.
Payback.
It's
payback.
karma.
Karma, that's the
Karma.
word, Laura. Way to jump in there. Before we get to Laura's comment, Brett Sessoms has done a super chat, and Reese has photobombed and appeared back in Yanni's stream, and they left the mic on, so we heard them talking. But
Oh, really?
Yeah, you
More
did.
Yanni.
Oh, Donna Yanni. So Brett says,
Hello, Reese. Hello, Reese.
Brett said your guests had to think best Christmas experiences. That's true. They had to think long and hard about it, but they did not have to think hard about being victims of crime. That's unfortunate. That's true. Whose dog is that?
That's true. Eh?
Whose dog is that? That's not
Sorry.
Carter.
Mine.
Oh no, it's okay.
It's
It's
the
not
one
Carter.
that's got Tourette's.
Tourette's. Your dog
Tourette's
has Tourette's.
dog. Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
All right, Laura,
Shut
you're up.
up.
Favorite dog. Look at favorite dog there.
Oh my goodness.
I'm up.
You're up.
Chloe.
You have something to share.
Well, I wouldn't say it's like most memorable Christmas, but the one that does stand out is we've always, for many, many years before my mom moved to the UK, we used to basically have 2 Christmas days, because we would have Christmas as a family and then we'd have Christmas with cousins and my mom's cousins and all of that. And the one year, I mean, my mom's one cousin, she seriously goes all out for Christmas, and she's very like snooty la-di-da, you know. And she had this chocolate fountain. But you know, after they get a bit warm after a while, the chocolate gets a bit runny. And after a while, she was standing there and she's giving her big speech, you know, and because she talks like this because she's so, you know,
Hoity-toity.
Hoity-toity, yes.
Posh.
And the chocolate fountain decided it's too hot. And it literally spun chocolate across her white curtains, across her face, across. It was hilarious.
No, that's
It was a
story.
chocolate gastro explosion.
Oh my
Killing
gosh.
myself with laughter.
That's a bit
So I was killing myself with laughter, and she's going, "Stop laughing! Stop laughing!"
It's hilarious.
It was so funny.
Hoity-toity with your chocolate gastro.
My
And
goodness, Reese,
bright
your dog
white
is huge.
curtains.
Wow,
Oh,
Reese's dog
no.
is huge, man. That thing is huge.
Yeah, she's 32 Ks.
G's, kgs.
Wow, wow.
Yeah,
What is
she's
she?
got. That's the one that has Tourette's.
Yeah.
Cool.
She
So what
box
I have to
randomly.
what I have to say here, folks, is that they're conspicuous by their absence. And whom am I talking about? Germ, Roman, Dodgy Joe.
Did they say they were
well,
coming?
They did. They're all getting liquored up.
James probably drunk.
Yeah.
Ramon is probably looking at himself in the mirror, and he's stuck.
Oh, where's Joe?
Joe
no,
is
maybe-
probably Joe is probably in Yanni's basement, and he hasn't
Maybe
called him yet.
Joe and Germ is crying. Like I'm feeling cheated.
Yeah.
Right.
I was going to say, maybe Germ's at another photo shoot with his dog.
Where's the Australian? I was told the Australian will be here tonight.
No.
It's Australia.
Don't go
You
there.
don't want to know.
Don't go there.
I have a
No, they are
memory,
conspicuous by their absence, folks.
Yeah,
Now that
let's,
Reese is
let's
here.
try and contact them and we'll see.
Well, Chris,
Yeah.
I am one of the
Everybody's
active ones as
under
well at this moment.
What's that, Renee?
Sorry.
Renee?
Cheers, Laura.
I just wanted to say that I feel as if I'm one of the absent ones at this moment because my eyes are just very tired now, and I have to get a good night's rest to get a spot early in the morning on the beach because it's going to be packed. And there's going to be a lot of people who's at the beach to swim. So,
Are the police swimming with you?
what was that?
Shotguns.
The police, are they swimming as well?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
they
they're
can't
coming
swim.
around on their horses and they're quite wise. So,
All
yeah,
right, well-
perhaps.
Well, Renee, thanks for joining us. I appreciate calling in and rubbing in our noses that you'll be on the beach tomorrow when no one else is. So thanks for sharing that. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you all, and thank you. Have a good night further.
All right. Bye-bye,
Merry
Renee.
Christmas,
Merry
Renee.
Christmas to you
Bye,
and your
Renee.
family.
Yes.
Bye.
All right, folks, that's Renee Kruger. I think Lynn had something, and then I think Laura tried to get in. Let's get Lynn in first. Did you have something, Lynn, or did I miss it?
I'm going to go off as well. I've got an early start tomorrow.
Okay.
But just wishing you all and the viewers and my fellow mods a Merry Christmas and a safe New Year, guys. Just take care.
All right. Thank you, Lynn. Merry Christmas
too,
to you.
Lynn.
You too, Lynn.
Merry
Okay.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Lynn.
All right, cool.
Bye.
Merry
Christmas.
All right,
Cheers.
Merry Christmas, Lynn.
that's Lynn. Okay, Laura, you're up. Did you have something, or did I jump the gun?
No, I'm unfortunately also going to go because I've got work in
everybody's
the morning.
leaving here. Okay. All right.
It's like 11
Is it because
o'clock
I
here.
came up?
No, not at all. I've got to be at work.
hare.
Oeh, ek like jou hare.
Dis my danshare.
Wat sê my hare?
They did.
O, baie alles baie natural.
Very good. Yes,
Kyk
not
nou, het ek
natural.
alles opgenek.
Now, Laura,
So-
Laura, you were all excited that I was inviting you to come on the program, and now you're leaving.
I've been on
that's how
over
she
an
rolls.
hour.
Oh my God! What is this? Is this
Ronaldo?
Is this a Ronaldo stream that ends halfway through? What's
She's
the deal?
going to a braai probably now in the next.
No.
She's going to join Dodgy Joe.
I have to be up for work at 6:15 in the morning. So
I've just opened the gate for Laura quick. She's here.
Okay.
I wish, Yanni, I wish. But yeah, I just
Yeah,
wanted to
that
say,
still has to happen.
yeah, exactly. Ronaldo, you have never invited me on a stream. I'm just saying hashtag.
Ooh,
And-
hashtag nonetheless. Wow.
Hashtag just saying.
Suck it.
I'll host you in somewhere in 2021 after I've forgiven you.
Ooh. I'm still on the
At least you know
shit
you'll
list
be
then.
forgiven in 2021.
Just
so it's
joking.
fine.
Yeah, at least. 2021 is like, what, 10 days away? So it's okay.
It's fine.
But I just wanted to wish all of our viewers a very, very Merry Christmas. And hopefully 2021 will be a much far better year than this year has ever been. And thank you so much, Chris White, for having us all on. It's been absolutely fantastic. It's been a great, great stream. I've loved every minute of it. And thank you, everybody who came on and joined us.
Oh,
And can I just say,
Yeah.
that on New Year's, please, guys, can we just go 3, 2, 1, Jumanji? Not Happy New Year, Jumanji. So we're all on the same page.
Exactly.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll
I'll do
remember
it.
I like that.
Just for you, Reese, I'll do it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So that we're safe.
Rather be
So-
safe than sorry.
Exactly.
Cheers, Laura.
Exactly.
All right, bye,
Cheers,
Laura.
everybody.
Cheers, Laura. Bye.
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 So I just
So-
want to tell you on your pink hair, it's usually in France we see the men, doing things with their hair, not the women. So it's actually quite rare for me these days to see that it's the women that's doing the makeup and the things.
Did you just assume a
Really?
gender?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. My
Yes.
hair
How
is long.
dare
Well,
you.
but you will find in Europe it's really difficult to do it
What do we
nowadays.
mean?
But the guys.
No, if you come to France, you will see. I'm not the most masculine person in the world. Compared to South Africa, I'm much smaller than the rest of the world. But in France, in France, I stand out of the pack. Like that's just how how it compares to South Africa. Like it's weird. The French people don't value masculinity to the same levels in South Africa.
But
And
you
like, I
don't
mean-
see
See
it
that on
here
the
as
rugby
well.
field.
Well, you see it in South Africa among the gays, which is what we assume traditionally. Okay, but
Yeah,
in
but
France
not a
you
lot
don't.
of girls. Not a lot of girls, though.
No, well, you have tomboys, I suppose, and you have a few girls playing rugby with the guys in South Africa. But in France, it's like it's weird. It's like the men are trying to put on more makeup than the girls. So I work on a construction site sometimes, and there's men on a construction site wearing perfume and makeup in France, and you're like, really? How are you going to see this in South Africa?
What makeup? Like base and eyeliner, mascara?
I'm not clued
eyeliner.
up enough to know about it, but I just know they put stuff on their face and they've got creamies here and
Jannie,
things
jou
there.
volgende stream. Job.
Yeah.
Can I just ask?
Sorry, Yanni.
Can I ask Jared, please? You're talking way too much, Jared. Please, can you just calm down?
Yeah,
I'm just
Jared.
grateful. No, Ronaldo. I'm actually just really grateful to be here, and I'm usually the quiet one because you learn quite a lot when you're quiet. So I know that I don't want to be too quiet.
I'm terrible at that. I learn fuck all because I speak all the
That's
time.
obvious, Dr. Ronaldo.
Yeah, but shut Ronaldo.
Cool.
Oh my goodness.
I asked Ramon what's going on. He's not answering. So I don't know.
And Joe?
I messaged Jeremy. He's not answering either.
They're
I
all
think they-
together.
Okay.
They're all
Probably,
together.
yeah.
No, not Ramon, but Germ and
Oh,
Jaji Joe are together.
Oh, Chris hasn't
No,
replied.
Joe is saying like we texted Chris and asked if we can join, and he hasn't replied. They put the ball back
Chris.
into your court, Chris.
What?
Oh
They-
my goodness.
Should I lay down the law?
Yes, I think you should.
Phone them on-
cockamate. I don't know how to translate that.
All right, well, I'm sending them a nasty gram
Shut
right
them
now.
out.
Chew him out, I suppose.
Ramon is
Shut
on his
them
way.
out.
Chris sê hy het nou
Bro.
klaar gepraat. He wants you guys to join now.
No.
No, Reese says no. Yikes.
Now, no, like in now.
Yeah, no, yeah, not.
Not no.
So Reese, hoe gaan dit my beste vriendin?
Ek sou geslaap het en toe sien ek daar's gin oor. En toe
En
drink
toe
ek
kak
gin.
het.
Dis slaapie
Roman
gin.
is putting on his makeup, says Clem.
Bonjour,
There he is.
Roman.
There he is. Bonjour, monsieur. Ça va?
Hello, everyone. Ça va, ça va.
Hello.
Comment vas-tu, Chris?
Ça marche, ça
va
marche bien.
bien.
He's just-
C'est bien, c'est mieux
Yeah,
que-
just calm
yeah.
down with the volume.
Can you can you just do that? Can you cough twice, please?
Yeah, go.
I don't have the Rona.
Just
actually
cough
went for
twice.
I went for an antibody test today, and it was negative. So I've
Is
never had
it
it.
you haven't had
HIV
it.
test or?
No, antibody. And HIV is always negative too, because I'm a pious Christian man, you know.
Oh, yeah, of course. Catholic, right?
There's a lot of them in North Africa.
Yeah.
Indeed. Sorry, pious Muslim. Sorry, wrong religion.
Oh, there's some Christians, not many. There used to be a lot more, and used to be a lot more Jews. There's still a few Jews left, but not many. So welcome, Roman,
What?
to the stream.
Not
Merry
too
Christmas to you.
much.
I have gifts. Santa has gifts. He brought gifts for the YouTubers coming on. They're virtual. You don't actually get this, so
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Get a
You don't
clock.
actually get it.
You just get to look at it.
You get to look at it.
so I thought you would enjoy this book from Donald Trump Jr. It's called Triggered.
Sure, send it over, Chris.
Okay, yeah. How the
Send
left
it over.
No,
thrives
he's
on
not.
hate and wants to silence us. No, that's the Linus and Charlie Brown, or, Lucy and Charlie Brown moment, pulling the ball out from under you. But Triggered. There's your Christmas
You know,
present
Chris,
from
which
Santa.
book I want to give you? There's a book written by that brilliant governor called Andrew Cuomo called Leadership in a Time of Crisis. I don't know if you saw that
I
one.
have it. I used it when I put it on my shotgun range, and I used it as a pad for target practice.
But, I wish I had that much self-confidence. Like, you kill 1% of the city's population, then you write a book about how well, your leadership skills were.
Oh, he's an amazing hero, I'll tell you, in his own mind. If we ever get Germ on, I don't think he's going to come. Sorry, Roman. Since he's so fond of totalitarianism and monarchy, I did get this one for him. It's a biography of Stalin.
Yeah,
and as you can
I
see,
don't know
it's
what's up
a
with that.
typical leftist book. Look how thick that is.
Is that Stephen Kotkin's?
It is.
You
Brilliant.
should have
book.
just given him a mask. That would have
Speak for
really
yourself.
triggered him.
Look at that.
What's that?
Look at that.
Maharaj? What's that all about?
And
Oh, it's Mao.
That's the
Mao.
ANC's governing
Mao.
manual?
as the ANZ's NDIs all here, but look at that. This is proper.
Is that your
This
little
is
red
what?
book?
So
10 centimeters.
So
it's not very little.
This is the book
yes.
that I'm reading at the moment. And it says,
That's kind of about the pace I figured there, Ronaldo. So, you notice I
this is
didn't
the book
offer.
I'm reading. Yeah.
That's annoying.
Santa
This is the
knows
book
if
I
you're
offered
being a
Ronaldo.
doer.
See, Roman, that's what I offered Ronaldo. I didn't want to overtax him. So,
And then I've got a friend who's got a birthday coming up, so I said, "Happy birthday, you dickhead!" So yeah.
Oh, that's
Aw,
brilliant.
that's so sweet of you. Here comes Germ now, folks.
Oh,
Oh, and
I
by the
need
way,
one like that.
And Dodgy
my
Joe is with him. I told you. I
They
told
did not-
you. They're on a date. They're on a date.
Jeremy, you did not
Those
sleep last
eyes.
night, did you?
Those
Oh,
eyes,
and
look at those
Yanni's.
eyes. Those eyes
curfew.
are fucked.
There he is. We can hear Germ now. Welcome, Germ. Merry Christmas.
yes, Jim, you are live. Like on the Pod Bros last week when you
How do we
didn't
do
know
this?
what happened.
I don't know. Are we even in? Hang on. I've got
Hey, Joe.
turn on the microphone. There we go.
It's on,
I'm
dude.
gonna
We can hear
stop.
you.
It's
Are we
on.
getting
Drinking
We can hear-
tomorrow.
Cancel.
Being a noob.
Oh, Jesus.
Fully aware.
So on a
classic.
scale of 1 to 10,
What a
before they
noob.
get back, how drunk is Germ? I say
6.
11.
11 to 12.
Either that or he got murd on his eyes.
I've seen him drunker than that.
11 T.
Yeah, that's too much.
Did you see Dodgy Joe thinking the camera wasn't on, flipping us off like, F you guys?
Yeah. Germ is drunk as a sober man, like you would say.
Is that Reese's dog with asthma?
Yeah, it's pulling a. Oh,
No,
Molly.
they're playing.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Move the dog that we can see.
Kan nie, Jannie. Sy maak
Connie.
Akani Yani.
Connie, Yanni.
Akani Yani. There we go. That's the new.
Now the
Akani,
entertainment starts. There we go.
Akani, Kani,
Oh, there it is.
Yani.
Shit.
Kani.
They're back.
Kani.
Jannie,
Kani,
ek kan
Kani,
nie.
Yani.
Wait.
Ek gaan nie.
Joe is really
Ek
lit up.
gaan nie.
Annie.
Joe
Ek
is really
gaan
lit.
nie.
Annie.
Ek gaan
So
nie. Jannie, ek
Jeremy
gaan
is
nie.
not respecting social distancing rules.
Oh, not even remotely.
Are we in this conversation? What's
You are
going on?
in the conversation. I didn't have a book of monarchy tonight, so I thought I'd bring one of your other favorite forms of governance.
Can you hear us? Hang on, can you hear us?
Of course we can hear you. We heard you the first time. When Joe told us to get effed off, we heard you guys. So this is for you. Santa got you a gift.
Hold on. We've been drinking. I don't even know if my things are set here. Hold on. Let me just check the microphone.
We can see you just fine.
Let's put it all on pause for Germ.
Hello, everybody. Yanni, Joe and I have been buying and drinking.
Yes, we know.
We can see that. Yeah.
No, we can see that.
No.
Did you actually eat the meat that was on the fire?
I don't even know what's going on. Who are we talking to?
Hi,
Ronaldo. Hi, Yanni.
My name is Ronaldo, and I have been sober for 26 years.
I think I saw Ramon.
Who are these people in pink?
I don't
wait.
know who this guy is.
Yanni is trying to find his feminine side. That's why it's wearing pink.
Oh, hey, how's it, Hugo? We got Hugo's in the thing. Okay, fine. And then look there.
Elf.
There's Ronaldo.
Yeah, Ronaldo.
I'm just gonna sit back and watch this unfold.
Wait, I heard
Yeah, me too.
We all might be doing that.
I heard Ramon.
Ronaldo, imagine. Yeah, I am here.
Hey, there's Ramon.
Hey, Jim. I wish I could leak the WhatsApp messages we had between ourselves earlier this week.
Guys, never again. Never again. 2 days later.
I didn't believe it either when he sent me that same voice note.
Who's Jared?
He looks like Jeff.
You leave fucking Jared alone.
Guardian,
Okay.
Don't even.
Thanks for
Don't
knowledge.
even. We'll all come
Jared
for you.
alone.
No, listen. I said to you guys,
Jared, I'll plug your channel.
I've got to stop drinking, so I've been drinking water.
It's too late. You're
Mixed
already
with
pissed.
whiskey.
On the rocks.
Probably.
Yeah, I know that like
Jared,
tequila might
Listen,
look like
at
water,
least
but
I'm
it's
at
not.
my own house. I'm not driving anywhere tonight.
That's a good thing.
The other night I drove somewhere, but I'm not driving tonight. Joe's driving. Joe's driving.
I'm fine.
But is Joe homeless
Right.
these days? Because either Joe is at the Van der Vaults or he's at Germ's house. Like Joe, like Joe
He's
is there.
not Joe. He's not Joe.
Like, do you have a house to sleep at?
Yanni's wife. What is Yanni's wife's name?
Reese.
Scott.
Karen.
Scott.
Karen,
No,
this
it's
is
Scott.
starting to feel like an episode of Tiger King.
Let me finish my joke. It's Scott. Scott, fuck all to do with you. Reese.
Evening, by the way, Jim. How's it, buddy?
What's happening? Who are you? Who's Jared? Who's Jared?
He's the guy that sells
Plug
Subway.
his channel in chat. Go and subscribe.
I've heard from people that is actually the best way to get to know people is to just randomly ask who they are. Like, I think that's one of the best ways. So, Jim, just Jim, give me a second, all right? So, I know that I've been watching your channel occasionally as well. I run a survival channel, like self-reliance, emergency preparedness, that type of thing. I've got a long history in the Scouts and outdoors. So I do a lot of self-reliance and that type of content as well. So I'm different from doing the main, political discussions and that type of thing. I do kind of my own thing for the most part, but I'm really happy to be here with you guys.
Are you?
Yeah, well, we're going to be talking about COVID being a hoax, while Jared's actually sort of making sure he's alive in 10 years.
Yeah, what is the COVID survival kit?
Jared, you said Scouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim will go to his grave saying COVID wasn't real. Meanwhile, Jared's like skinning him back.
Going to his grave because of COVID.
Jared, Jared, you said you work with the Scouts. Are you gay?
Oh, gosh.
I'm a Discovery Scout. I don't understand the question regarding that, though. I'm probably missing something, so sorry for that, Jim.
No.
I'm probably feeding your troll right up.
Don't worry about it. Tion mentioned.
He's trolling.
Yeah,
he's trolling.
Tion mentioned that everybody's been watching Germ's channel occasionally.
You might not know who Germ is though, because he's on YouTube and then he's on Rumbler and then he's on Twitter and then he's
I think it's Rumble.
I was on Vimeo for a while.
I want to promote my OnlyFans profile.
Oh, you're doing that now too, are you?
You have one. Me too.
Do you want subscribe? I mean, Reese, I understand. Germ, it's not viable.
Listen, Ramon, I'm in Cape Town, buddy. I'm in Cape Town.
Oh, so it'll work.
Hashtag anything goes.
So you're gonna have a lot of scouts following you or something. That's the assumption you just made. So
This has gone
Is your niche
sideways.
market.
This has gone sideways.
Like Scout,
Yeah.
you already found me, you asshole.
We were having a conversation about you earlier, Ronaldo, like at the braai.
Oh yeah, here we go.
We
Ons gaan ons.
Yeah,
Hier
boy.
gaan ons.
Massacre.
No, I want,
What was
What
what
did-
was the
what
convo
did you
about?
say?
Here we go. Tell me. I want to know.
I was saying that you like the pioneer of this YouTube thing, because you get so much hate. You get so much hate, and I was actually defending you, like saying I don't.
But
get
I
it.
don't
Like,
get
Ronaldo-
nearly the amount of hate that you get. With all due respect.
No, I think you get more. I actually think you get more.
How does he get more? He hasn't been banned off YouTube.
But Jim is hosting.
That's the
on
obvious
Thursday.
question. Joe asked the obvious
Even
question.
Mark Zuckerberg hates you, Jim.
Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg actually
Zucker
knows
nuggets.
who you are.
Putin.
No, I appreciate the
Twitter, because
concern though.
Twitter
But I'm fine. I've got a thick skin in politics.
But
yeah.
Ronaldo, have any of your videos been taken off yet?
And now, what happened?
Hello?
He wants to know if any of your videos have ever been removed from
The
YouTube.
Yeah.
Death Day moment?
I think we are muted on Ronaldo's side.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can
Ronaldo,
hear you.
ch-
We can.
I can hear
Charge-
you.
charge your earphones.
Ronaldo's earphones went flat.
Can
He's
you
using
know?
that Apple crap again. That's the problem.
Expensive
wireless, you know, they
earphones
never
last
work.
1 hour.
While we are waiting for Ronaldo to get new earphones, I want to ask Jared. Jared, can you please send me a DM or something or another so I can find your channel? Because your channel sounds really interesting.
It's fascinating. You should
I
watch
will.
it, Jerm.
I will send it to you, Jim.
Thanks,
I've
buddy.
plugged it in the chat as well, but I'll send it to you.
Yeah, and
we
Yanni,
don't-
for,
we
for
haven't-
me
we
too,
haven't got the
please.
chat open. We don't have the chat
Good,
open. So
Romano.
we don't know who's talking.
Yeah, what we
I'll
can do,
send it.
Jerm,
I'll
is
send
we can. Sorry, Chris. I apologize for that.
No, it's all right. I'll send it to him. I have his number, so I'll send him. a
Cool.
link.
There we go.
Yeah, but we can
So-
catch up
so
sometime
Joe-
if you want, Jerm.
Yeah, brilliant. I'm keen. Joe and I have been braaiing tonight,
We know.
and we've been drinking different types of alcohol, haven't we?
We know.
No shit.
Yeah, that we can tell, yeah.
Why
that's
is
something
Joe
we
so
don't know.
quiet?
Well, before we go any further, super chat. Sorry, I've been holding off on this. Deborah De La Fontaine has sent a 500 Rand super chat.
Fontaine.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Chris is going to rap. No, not yet. Morning shot. Nice to see you with a shirt on, she says.
yet.
Hey, that's why you get super chats now, because I got my shirt on.
Not yet. I don't want to see Chris rap. What do you mean?
I
not
want to.
Yes, I want
Chris,
to see
I want to
Chris,
see Chris
Yeah, what's up,
dance.
Jerm?
Something that I often say with Ramon and Ronaldo, but never say with you, and I think it's actually pretty relevant. Hey Siri, who is the president of the United States of America?
Gaan ons alweer.
Oh no, she's on silent mode now. How do I?
You're not allowed to ask that question
Apple.
anymore, Jim.
Apple.
Right, let's try
Oh,
that
I
again.
gotta
Oh,
say.
hold on. She was sleeping. Hey Siri,
Sê vir Siri something.
she's not working.
See, it's Apple.
Hey,
It's Apple,
Ramon. Not Ramon. Jim, ask Siri what a donkey
Siri.
sounds like.
She doesn't work after 10 o'clock at night. What's going on here? She's on strike. Sorry, guys. She's on strike.
She's on a
That's the
government
curfew.
position, government salary.
Yeah.
She's
Curfew,
turned
guys,
off.
curfew.
You were asking dangerous ideas.
Ramon, please do the honors.
What must I say?
Well,
Ask who the
tell
president is.
tell us what's happening, what's going on in Chris's world. Because my Siri is turned off. She's on strike.
Who's the American
No,
president?
yeah, we know who that is already.
Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri.
It only works at the end of the street, though.
No, but she doesn't even... She's ignoring me. Hey, Siri.
Hey Siri, who's germ warfare?
Do you get...
All right, Yanni, ask your Siri who is the president
Of the United States.
of the United States.
Hey Siri, who's the president of the United States?
Donald Trump is the president of the United States.
She knows. Yes.
Well done.
Siri for the
Well
win.
done.
You see, Siri knows that the election is a fraud.
Oh, you want to get Chris Wyatt's channel banned now?
I'm doing a fine job of that on my own.
To say that.
Ramon, I'm doing a fine job of that. You missed earlier when I mentioned we were talking about subscribers, and somebody said something. I said, well, it's interesting. I got the 20,000 surge in November, and then I said, let's shoot for 25. Never going to make it by Christmas, and then I mentioned, and then I go in your stream, and you mentioned you can't let me beat you, and suddenly all my subscribers start disappearing.
Sounds about right.
It's the Chinese virus or Chinese bots that I've employed, Chris.
It is.
They're very useful.
It is.
Well, Chris, can I ask you a question?
Well, before you ask me the question, I'm going to tell you this. By the way, Jerm, if you want some help, I've reached out for the services of this company that's going to help me. So by the end of January, I'll have 1.36 million subscribers. I can help you out if you like. It's a little company in Toronto. It's called Dominion. We're going to take care of this.
That's fantastic.
Is it a PR company or what is it?
Then you've answered my question.
Okay, what was your question, Jeremy?
My question was, what does it feel like to have subscribers?
Well, it felt great when it was rising, but now it's sinking. It's kind of depressing. It's kind of depressing, man. But I know where the question comes from, Jeremy. I never know if you're ever on. I mean, I find your channel and then I go and it's banned. Then I go back and it's back again. It's so confusing. I mean,
What's Ronaldo?
It's like Ronaldo's crappy earbuds from Apple crapped out on him, so he's probably trying to desperately charge them right now in that little device that Beth had.
You should have gotten the
favorite
AirPods Max.
Yeah, 10,000 Rand headphones. But the best thing about Jerm's channel, he live streams and then he takes down the video afterwards so no one can see it. It's wonderful.
What the hell is that all about? People are like, you should go watch this interview with Jerm, and I go and like, there's no interview. It was on. Oh, he took it down and put it on Patreon.
No, Jerm is like, I'm going to take this down before YouTube does.
He's self-censoring.
I want to know how Jerm got David Icke on his show.
Because Jerm's connected.
He is connected.
Like David Icke. How?
He is connected.
Like, people is
Like, I watch his
and then
stuff all
Jerm
the
is
time. Like, how?
It's actually Jerm's agent. Don't fall for it. It's Jerm's agent. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. It's not Jerm. It's his agent.
Then again, David Icke would take anything that he can at the moment because he's banned everywhere.
That is true.
That's just
and yet he said
So when will you have Sean Atwood on your show?
So there's a method to the madness, and Yanni got it right. You take down the video before YouTube takes it down. then you still have a channel.
It's tactical, buddy. Tactical.
It's like switching off your own energy or your own electricity before ESCOM load sheds you.
That'll teach ESCOM. That'll teach ESCOM.
Good job, Tim. Good job.
Yikes.
That's brilliant.
Oh my goodness. No, it is quite a puzzling experience. We're like, hey, did you see Jerm's video with David Icke? I'm like, no, I'll go check it out now. Shit, there's nothing here. What the hell?
Hey, we can wait. There is something important that Jerm has done, which is create his own server. So what he does is he has the interview on YouTube, puts bits of that interview on YouTube, takes the full YouTube video down, puts it on his server, and he's bulletproof.
So he has his own server. Is that food or just drinks?
You're making it sound so much more
complicated,
like cool than what it really is.
Just download the video to put it on an extra hard drive.
It's actually in Bulgaria, if you must know.
Bulgaria.
Where they don't really care what you say as long as there isn't porn on the video.
This wouldn't be the server farms in Macedonia that Hillary Clinton warned us of.
I'll place Jerm's server in chat.
The Bulgaria is close to Russia. Like, Jerm, what's happening that side?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah.
Collusion.
Definitely.
But by the way, question: do you think YouTube is gonna have new competition coming next year?
Yes.
They already have it. And there
But
are
is it gonna be good competition? Because at the moment, anything except YouTube sucks. And I would like to find another platform as well,
I
because
think I agree with you, Hugo. Most of them do suck. They're not really
Can
impressive.
I tell you when it's going to become good?
It depends
Sorry,
on what your criteria is, Hugo. If your criteria is search, YouTube is the king. That's it. There's no competition. But if your criteria is like anything goes, then YouTube is not the king. So it depends on what you're looking for.
But it's also my worry is just the one-sidedness of who they allow you to host and who they don't. Because I mean, that video of mine with William Happer got flagged as well. They haven't taken it off yet, but they're giving me a warning of some sort as well, because I've got a climate change denier on my site, for example, despite him being one of the world's top physicists. and you're like, okay, I cannot have a discussion with somebody that knows what he's talking about at the moment. And that's what's irritating me about YouTube. So I was hoping there would be an alternative to it.
That's interesting that they did that.
No.
I had no idea that happened to you. So Yanni, what were you going to say?
No, I think, just in question, like when would something take up a YouTube? It would be when it's got the reach that YouTube has, because YouTube runs on pretty much every device you can think of. The crappy little Android you buy from a China shop,
Works.
all the way through to a Samsung, LG TV, whatever. And if you have a fancy smart fridge, it'll run on there as well.
Yanni,
when whatever the YouTube platform is, when it does that, then you'll have reach.
Yanni, it depends on what your goal is. If your goal is views, then yes, YouTube is king. If your goal is anti-censorship or just getting out quality content that won't be controlled by YouTube, then YouTube is not the answer. Depends on what your goal is. Depends on what your
but I don't think Yanni was saying that's the answer. He's just saying that the reason that YouTube is king is because of its reach, and I would agree. With that.
The major problem with all competition is that it tries to mimic something that exists already, and it just says, "Oh, but we anti-censorship." Like Minds for Facebook, Parler for Twitter. You are in direct competition with your biggest competitor. That's always the downfall
YouTube,
of all these things.
Huh?
Yeah, BitChute and YouTube. You'll never overtake it. You're trying to take over something. You're trying to take over something that exists and that people get paid to do. Even if you copy YouTube without the censorship, it's not worth the while for most people. Most people on YouTube don't do political stuff.
They show.
But my worry is that you don't know when you're going to cross the line. You're just asking. It's just frustrating.
But Hugo, you didn't cross the line. You didn't cross the line. That's the problem here. And these people are abusing Section 230 of the law that is here in the U.S. that gave them the ability to amass this kind of power.
No, it's not the U.S. laws. They're using EU laws, Chris, because in the EU there's actual censorship, and then they are outsourcing the EU legislation to America.
Yeah,
and
fair enough, but 230 exists, and it's been there for a long time. It's being abused now, and the government's not enforcing the law properly. They're allowing these companies to get away with censorship, and they basically are violating the law. Well, I know the EU has more censorship laws. I'm aware of that, but what I'm saying is that Section 230, these companies wouldn't be as big as they are now. You had MySpace, you had Twitter, you had all these different things out there. They never would have. Now MySpace is pretty much dead and gone, but they never would have amassed this ability unless they were protected. Ronaldo has bad software, so he's probably trying to take care of his rotten apple right now. But what happened is that they were given this protection because under normal circumstances, if they were like a media outlet, proper media outlet, they could be sued for mischievous content and for misleading people or getting people harmed. But they were given protections which says they're exempt from that because they're not a publisher. They're just hosting.
Right.
But now they're not hosting. When they censor your video, they're no longer hosting. Now they're censoring. Now they're an editor. And so they can't have that protection. But they're getting away with it. So
look, I'm not against some censorship. I mean, if it's your channel, fine. You can, child pornography is the most obvious one. Terrorism is probably another one. There's some things that you don't want on your channel, but make it clear what you don't want. And anything else should be open game.
It's very easy to test. So So I like my coffee made by child slaves in Ghana.
Well, don't make it.
Right,
Don't test it now, please.
No, but the problem with that point is though YouTube and Facebook will allow that, but let you say something else like questionable that Jern says a lot.
Like
you're in
for
shit.
example,
That's the fucking problem.
The elections were fraud. Trump is president.
5G causes cancer.
Yes.
Oh,
this is political satire.
Hydroxychloroquine.
To the YouTube censors in the chat. This is political satire. Just so you know that. I'm just.
No, it's not. We're serious.
David,
I can't speak for these two guys. They're clearly intoxicated. They've been taking something strange.
David Icke is God.
David Icke.
I don't know who it is they're talking about. Sounds like some strange person who can't spell the name
Chris,
properly.
a serious question on this stuff. I saw that I think it's Texas and there's some other state that is bringing antitrust lawsuits against Google.
Yeah, well, the federal government has already done it and been joined by several states, and now Texas is starting its own antitrust for a different reason.
Do you think that that's going to have some because antitrust can go both ways. They can mess up a good industry, or they can actually break up a company and do it properly, which is what they did with AT&T and with Standard Oil, etc.
Well, I disagree that breaking up Standard Oil was the proper way to do it. I get your point,
Okay.
but those are reasonable cases to do it. They also used antitrust to try to destroy IBM, and it was anyway. So it can be abuse of power. I don't think anything's going to come of it because Sleepy Joe, Creepy Joe, Jim Crow, Joe Biden will soon be president according to the mainstream media. And once he's president, whatever Beijing asks for, they'll get. And so we're not going to have any censorship on these platforms because they only censor conservative and centrist voices. So anything that tells nonsense on the left, they're going to be happy with. So nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen.
So because we're going back into the days of the Soviet Zamsdat, the only
Chris,
thing.
Chris, we have to go very shortly because our women are downstairs. So.
Okay.
Yeah, we're having a braai, remember?
We're having a
Also,
braai.
is Texas really going to secede? Because I saw.
No, that's.
Oh, I thought you were going to go. I thought he was going to go more tinfoil hat. Is Texas really a state?
Yes. It is a state. It was the Lone Star Republic, but they gave up their republic status to be
But
a
Texas
state.
can break itself up into smaller states, right? There's something in the Constitution.
Not that I'm aware of. They can do that, but then how are they going to pull it off?
We must shoot. But Chris, can I
All
tell
right.
you, we on my show on Wednesday morning, I have the first government science advisor coming on my show. How awesome is that?
Who is this idiot?
Dr. Glenda Gray.
Okay, she's half idiot. At least she spoke up to some of the
is-
stuff, but then she still towed the party line.
What is she going to talk
HIV
about?
expert.
What is she going to talk about, Jerm?
Well, gardening.
Okay, well, that's brilliant. I'm glad she's covering an area.
Ask her if HIV
It's not
causes
real.
AIDS.
COVID
It's just normal sickness. No one's dying.
COVID is a hoax.
Well, frankly, I'll be honest with you guys. I think that your efforts to get my channel banned are not working. We all know, we know what you two are doing here. And I will say this though: if you're having issues with COVID or with HIV, I recommend beetroot and lots of rest.
Also, Santa doesn't
Lemon
care
juice.
about your COVID.
Joe and Germ, I'll send you the check. Thank you very much for decreasing the size of Chris White's channel, so he doesn't get to 25,000 before me. So I'll send you the check. All right.
Roman, I'm faster on my way back to 20,000 than I am to 25,000. So it's already been accomplished without their help.
When push
What
comes
are
to
these-
shove, you use
Chris,
all
what
the
are these
tools.
subscribers that you speak of, and what do they do?
Well, I don't know because YouTube stopped informing who my subscribers were about 5 months ago. So I don't know who's actually
All right.
subscribed and who's not.
Gents, and
All right.
one lady, we must go.
All right, you're
Cheers,
out of here.
guys. Thank
All
you so much.
So this is me kicking
Joe.
the
Cheers,
troublemakers
Joe.
out of my
Take care.
stream for the Google censor team. They're gone. Anyway, right, folks, we're at 2 hours. We'll probably call it here pretty shortly for everybody else. So, Roman, we asked people about their favorite Christmas stories, and then Brett asked about horrible things that happen at Christmas, or to you, but we're not going to ask that. So, have you got a favorite Christmas story you can share, or just something about Christmas you like?
The whole thing. Well, growing up, we didn't do too much about it, and then you marry a Portuguese person, and it's what you think is Christmas doesn't exist unless you go to a Portuguese Christmas Eve.
They go rolls
And it's
everywhere.
really festive. Yeah, it's quite. There's more food there than most African countries can eat in a year.
Do
It's
you
quite
do you
great.
find Portuguese vegetarians? Serious question.
What?
I haven't met a single one.
Yeah, Chris won't know the thing. All the butchers in South Africa or meat markets are either mostly Portuguese.
That's because they
That's
all
right.
fled from Angola.
Yeah, Mozambique, Angola, wherever they went in the world, they started butcheries and
Yeah,
fruit and veg stores.
they fled communism and are currently living in communism. It's great. People just don't learn from the past.
Well, imagine those poor
Communism is great.
bastards
What are
that
you
fled
talking about?
Imagine those poor bastards that fled the Congo in that horrific. Went to Rhodesia, fled Rhodesia, and now they have to flee South Africa. Antarctica is the only place left.
Yeah.
Knowing South African farmers, they'll probably grow something there quite well. Who knows?
Probably.
Well, if the earth gets nice and warm, Antarctica might be a nice place to take a holiday.
Ronaldo's coming back.
So actually, we need global warming to help the South African farmers, if you think about it.
We do. There's a moral case for burning it. By the way, book on that. I'm reading a book here on the myth of fossil fuels. I think you'll love this one, Ronald, which says that we will never run out of fossil fuels and we should just burn oil and burn clean coal, and it's a great thing for humanity.
Oh, fossil fuels has been the greatest thing for humanity. Really, really has.
The dark ages.
Yeah.
Well, except if you
Tommy
live
Gold.
in...
Tommy Gold who said this, by the way.
All right. Unless you live in PE where you haven't left the dark ages. Oh, talking about PE. Hello,
well,
Ronaldo.
South Africa is in the dark ages. I mean, it's just actually dark, you know.
Courtesy of Eskom.
Yeah, but Hugo, there's South Africa and it's still like PE, right?
Jared, can you just give Roman a PK, please?
Yeah, I mean, the first price is a week holiday in PE and the second price is 2 weeks.
Can we just crap on PE for the last 5 minutes? Just because Ronaldo's back.
Yeah. I'm actually heading out because I still haven't had supper and I haven't seen my wife for the last 2 hours. So I'm not sure what happened to my AirPods. But
Are you allowed to buy hot chicken now? Cooked chicken?
No, we're actually having a roti. Can you believe it?
Oh,
Roti.
nice.
What's a roti?
Roti, like a chicken that rotates.
Rotisserie.
roti.
It's short for rotisserie.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. We just called it ish patata.
But anyway, gents, thank you for a lekker chat. Merry Christmas to all of you. It was a lekker conversation. I unfortunately missed Germ's stuff, which I suppose I can count myself lucky.
Don't sweat it,
yeah.
Ronaldo. It's just Germ's effort to get me deplatformed. That'll be edited out after this show.
And it's amazing, though, that he doesn't realize that he does this on live streams every time.
I don't
Then
think
he wonders why
was...
he gets hate. Then he wonders why he gets hate so much. It's like, no, but it was a joke, guys. The left don't have humor.
No, they
don't have any humor. They really don't. And that's like the greatest sin for the most part.
Yeah.
I agree, Ramon.
Well, anyway, guys, it was nice chatting to all of you. Well done, Chris. And thank you for putting all of this together. And I think we should do this more often. I think we should do this like once a month or something.
Ooh. Well, I'm desperate for subscribers, so I'm on. I'm on board.
No, for sure. All of us are.
Ronaldo. Cheers, dude.
Cheers,
Bye,
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. Merry Christmas.
Bye, Reese.
Cheers, Ronaldo.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
Bye, Reese. Cheers, everybody.
Bye.
Right. Okay, guys. We should probably wrap it up then. We're over 2 hours. So any last thoughts or comments by those still left here? And that can include Reese. Hugo, you got anything for us before we wrap up?
No, I mean, it's just the next year's going to come. We don't know really what's going to happen with the Wuhan flu, etc. But I think we are beginning to see the end of this nonsense. Just by listening to the people around you, I don't think anyone still buys the official bullshit story. So I that makes me positive that things will happen. I just think in my own channel, what I'm going to have on this here for the guys who want to subscribe is lots more scientific advisors and stuff. I'm getting quite high-level scientists to come and speak about technical stuff.
Cool.
For those who are interested.
No, it's interesting stuff. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it, Hugo. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight, and Merry Christmas to you. Cool beans.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to everyone.
Yeah, and thank you for having this organized. It was really fun to chat with you guys. It's really been a pleasure. And to the viewers as well, did you guys have a really good festive season, and chat to you guys soon as well. Thank you, Chris.
Thanks a lot. It was great to have you, Citizen Guardian. Appreciate it. Okay, Yanni and Reese.
Do you want to go first, babe?
Go.
Oh, well, guys, thank you very much, Chris, for having this. This is awesome. I haven't been in one of your, I don't know what we call these streams for a while, but it's been pretty cool. And I think just on a positive note, I want to echo a bit what Jared's been saying. I think this year has definitely opened my eyes in terms of a little bit about what mainstream media is saying, etc., and also looking at what some of the alternative people that's talking really valid stuff is saying. And through that and through YouTube, that thing that your mom always warned you about, don't get into this stranger's car. I've met a couple of awesome strangers that now I don't see as strangers anymore. The likes of Ramon, Germ, Laura, Joe, all of these guys. And I really hope to meet everybody that's been on stream, at some point in the future. But I think that for me has been probably the top point or the high point of my 2020 was that met some really, really cool people, virtually speaking, and in real life, and it's been really awesome because I think that has made lockdown a lot easier for us. Certainly,
Ditto. Yeah.
Reese had a hard time through lockdown, not being able to operate a business and stuff, and YouTube's what we turn to because you can only watch so much Netflix and whatever, and then you kind of get
And
out
then
of
I
that. So,
found TikTok.
and then she found TikTok. So you know what? If you can get
Communist
that 1 million
thing.
subscriber thing, Chris, from how do we get that on TikTok? I'm just saying.
Chris Wyatt, I saw your videos on TikTok. It was 3 parts. A girl posted it.
What did she post?
I'm sure you don't. I can't remember. I'll send you the stuff. But she sent she made a 3-part video of I think it was about the farm murders or something that she put on TikTok.
No, I can't watch TikTok because it's been banned. Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Really?
It's banned in the U.S.
Oh, that's why I dropped followers.
Yeah.
Well, she went from 1 million to 500,000. So yeah.
Actually can watch it, but I mean you got to know what you're doing. But yeah, it's banned here. Yep.
Well, that sucks. But yeah, man, that was awesome. So thank you very much for that, and for everybody on the stream and guys that we've been following and chatting to and whatever. It's been pretty cool.
Yeah.
I
All right.
really
Great thoughts.
appreciate
Thank you,
it for
Yanni.
that.
Reese,
And
anything
thanks
to
for your
add?
support.
No. Ditto.
No,
Exactly
ditto,
what you said.
ditto.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Reese. All right, Roman. Yeah. Before you get a chance to get in here, I have to say this. Listen. Yeah, I agree with what Yanni's saying. It's been an interesting year from a standpoint of YouTube and of YouTube personalities, and that's why I want to do this South African YouTube personalities. And when I think of YouTube personalities, I no longer think of Germ. I used to, but I do. When I think of South African YouTubers, two that pop into mind for most people are Ronaldo and you. Even though there are bigger YouTube channels followed in South Africa, I think a lot of them aren't actively followed, but you guys definitely pop in there. And I have to say that Morning Shot was interesting to watch. I enjoyed that. Also, your podcast from Renegade Report, the other stuff. But when you started doing the live streams, that was another dimension for your program that I found interesting. So pretty cool. Other than appearing topless on my program, we really enjoyed your presence this year.
Well, that was the high point of my year.
Well, there it was.
Being topless on Chris's show. I mean, you got a bump in viewers, if I remember correctly, when I arrived.
Yeah, it was 2. Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Hey.
2 that you didn't have.
Well, if you're like Germ, you're desperate for subscribers, you'll take 2.
But I think COVID's not over by a long shot.
Good night, gentle.
Yeah. Okay. So I fundamentally disagree with Hugo. I think COVID's not over by a long shot at all.
Yeah.
If you look at the second lockdown, Boris is still quite popular. Cyril is very, very popular.
Yeah.
Jacinda Ardern in New Zealand is seen as the queen bee of the world. In Australia too. Every place that has gone into lockdown hard, those people that have made those decisions are still very, very popular. So people are quite happy to give up their rights for safety. So I don't think it's over by a long shot. And the fact that Joe Biden comes in makes me think that it's going to continue for quite a while.
I'm in your camp.
Yeah, I'm in the camp as well.
I hope you're wrong, but yeah, it's
Me too. I hope I'm wrong as well. But I mean, Cyril's trending at 66% approval rating after destroying the country, right?
That's insanity.
Cuomo,
right, but here's where I think the thing is going to come in. The economic tab is coming in this year. We've seen the tax shortfall in the UK, particularly, and in France. And there's lots of cracks in the system. Monoliths fall rapidly. So everyone is sticking to the narrative because they're so bloody scared. And I think if they can create a little bit of dissent in their ranks, people are going to start eating each other. That's just what I hope is going to happen. But yeah, I mean, what you're saying is it's legitimate. I mean, it's...
But those costs won't be borne by Cuomo or Johnson or Ramaphosa at all.
Cuomo is already seeing billionaires leaving New York for the southern states. So there's signs of the cracks of the thing falling. But I hope personally that this COVID thing knocked the ANC out. Economically, they cannot justify their policies to their people anymore. That is, if there's a silver lining to this, it is that South Africa is bankrupt. We don't have money for anything.
If they do get bankrupt, the people become desperate, they take on the populist policies of expropriation. And you see that coming through way more than reform. So I think it's actually an acceleration for the NDR rather than a break.
So they are not, but I agree with you. None of these guys are going to reform. So here's the three religions we need to look out for. In South Africa, it's expropriation without compensation, old school communism. In America, it's the woke rubbish, okay? And in Europe, it's the green theology. And all of these guys are into parts. South Africa, it's basically old school, take people's property away. In Europe, it's much more sinister, take people's energy away, which is something else we need to think of, because you could do the exact same thing that Karl Marx wants by taking people's energy away. So yeah, this is what we need to look out for, and this is what the governments are preaching and promoting. And it's like a theology. They will never change. They have to be defeated. So, you defeat them through public opinion. I think the public has got far more common sense than the politicians.
Yeah, that I can agree with.
Well,
but do they have the power? And the problem with the public, for the most part, in South Africa, the average South African's perfectly fine. Conservative, religious, all the rest of it, but relatively powerless, or they feel like they're relatively powerless. They're overshadowed by intolerant minorities all the time. So that's the problem. Society is not determined by the majority ever. It's the intolerant minorities.
The answer to this is we need to get mobilized. And I think people are waking up to that fact. Get mobilized, get involved wherever, and try your best to bring this rubbish down. If we take from what happened in March this year, where even you, Ramon, were still in favor of lockdown, to where we are today, I think we've made a lot of progress, but it's far from over. That's just the point, To see the progress, but no, it's not over.
But see, I see something quite the opposite, and that's why I made a video earlier today. Not a shameless promotion of the video, but just I came back and made a video in which I wore a mask and then took the mask off and talked about it. I went shopping yesterday, and they've won. They have Stockholm, as someone said here in the chat. They have Stockholm the world. All these people, no requirement to wear a mask in your car, no requirement to wear a mask in a parking lot in which you're 300 meters away from another human being, no reason to cross the street to avoid someone who's 35 feet away from you. Yet that's exactly what I saw yesterday. I was the only rational human being not wearing a mask when I was over 100 meters away from other people. It's ridiculous. And there's no requirement for it. The only requirement here, guideline, is that you must wear a mask to enter a store. And so these same people, and that's why I did my video, they'll put on the mask for virtue signaling because they're good sheeple. They're doing obedient what they're told to do. They walk up to the department store and they grab the door handle with their bare hands, where 3,500 people have put their COVID-laced hands all over in the last 2 hours. Open the door up, walk in, look for a trolley, and the people had their sweaty mitts on for the last 2 hours rolling around the store. Ooh, can I get that? Because there aren't any trolleys. They put their hands on it where the COVID's at. They wander around. Someone grabs, a perfume kit, fragrance for the holidays, package sort of thing like Calvin Klein. Ooh, can I see that? The person just touched it. They have no common sense. This is the average person. They will touch things with their bare hands and then they wipe their face or do something like this. But they'll wear the asinine mask. They don't get in this. I think that they've been blue pilled or whatever, and they've all just fallen for it. So I have no hope that we're coming out of this anytime soon because people were avoiding me on the street like I've got freaking like I'm a leper, like I have freaking tuberculosis.
What I find
I
with
see
that,
it
Chris, is
over
that
and over in the shops as well.
Yeah,
they will go in,
Yeah.
take a trolley, then they'll go to the door, sanitize, but they'll take that. They won't wipe the trolley. Take the same trolley and go in. What's the use of sanitizing your hands but not your trolley?
Exactly.
And then there's a lot of cases that there's no wipes.
Right.
So, what do you do?
So the people like submitting to authority, and they've internalized propaganda. It's a sad state of events, okay? But the way to break it is to speak out against it. And my view has just been, I've been reading during lockdown a lot about how the information diffuses, etc. Everything follows a S-curve in life, okay? You only need to get a certain amount of people to achieve critical mass before mass amounts of people just go along with it. And that's what happened with masks. They got 10% of the population to really think through, we're going to wear a mask, and everyone else just applied it. And the point is, this is what the point I make about monoliths falling much faster than you think. As soon as you get to a critical mass where enough people say this is BS, the thing will collapse on its own weight. And I just hope that, we can get that message out. It is frustrating, I know, but I still think we've made a lot more progress. In France, for example, I think this is where the majority of most of the protests is going to come from. Macron is on much shaky grounds over here, and 61% of the French people said they will not take the vaccine, polled by the mainstream media. Okay, 61% of the French said there's too much corruption here. We're not going to take this stuff. We're not going to give money to pharmaceutical companies. What needs to happen after this, we need to push for antitrust laws against big pharmaceuticals and big tech companies. They need to be broken up. I don't know how we're going to do it. I know it's going to be politically dodgy, but anyone with I mean, anyone from South Africa, you can see the blatant corruption in the system, and that's what's causing a lot of this rubbish. So I mean,
let me get a comment here before we dash off. Andre Lowe says, longtime member of my channel actually says, I'm going to be unpopular. What real harm is there in just wearing the mask out there? I personally do not feel it insults my humanity, masculinity, etc. Better safe than sorry. Well, there's no harm whatsoever, Andre, in wearing it. But that wasn't the point I was making. If you feel comfortable wearing a mask, go ahead. But I'm here to tell you that a piece of cloth over your face is not protecting you from COVID. It's not protecting you. It isn't. It's virtue signaling. And that was the point I was trying to make. So if you feel comfortable wearing the mask...
There's 2 points on that, Chris.
Hang on. If you're comfortable wearing the mask, then go ahead and wear it. But what I'm saying is that every single Homo sapien that I saw was wearing a mask in their car, no requirement to wear a mask in your car, in a parking lot, 200 meters away from me, I see them wearing it. They're nowhere near the store. And then they walk up and they grab the door. So what was the purpose of wearing the mask 200 meters away from the store when you're not near a person and you touch things that are possibly infected? That's all I'm saying, Andre. You're not unpopular. I know that you have concerns about COVID, and you're right to be concerned. It's a very dangerous virus, especially for people who have comorbidity, and 85% of the fatalities for the 0.2% of those who die are those who have underlying diseases. So, Andre, I appreciate your position, and I'm glad you asked that question. My issue is not people wearing masks. My issue is people wearing masks and then doing dumbass things which undermine the purpose of the mask in the first place. Go ahead, Hugo.
So there's 2 things. The evidence is this at the moment. The randomized controlled trials in Denmark have shown masks do not stop the spread in a population-based setting, okay? Because the primary mode of transmission is through your hands.
Yep.
So the guy touching the trolley and wearing a mask is going to touch his face afterward. It makes no difference, okay? If you wash your hands, that is the best thing you can do. What needs to be done, though, that being said, one thing masks can do, okay, and this is not something I'm very, excited about, is masks can reduce the viral load, so it can act as an inoculant. In the past, we used to vaccinate people by giving them weaker viruses. So there is some evidence to suggest that the mask can act as some kind of inoculant, but that's not the way it's being sold to the public.
No,
what worries me about the masks is that it instills fear into people.
Exactly.
And we've seen into this pandemic that fear is the way to control people. I mean, it's an old school technique. Every now and then we have a prophet coming around. The earth is boiling, global warming, give me money to solve your problem. This is a new one, okay? War on terror, we're going to find a terrorist around every bush. Rooi gevaar, swart gevaar, same nonsense. And the thing is, the mask serves as a means of spreading propaganda. That's why I'm personally against it. And we need to speak out against the obvious propaganda. And, to think about the propaganda here, the WHO was consulted Hill and Knowlton, the exact same company that launched the United States into the first Iraq war with, Chris, you'd remember, most of us weren't born back then, babies in incubator testimony. That company was consulted by the WHO to spread the propaganda for you.
Ouch.
But Chris, just to add to that real quick, I mean, I'm not the whole mask thing. If I can paste a link in chat, Chris, it's about a video that a guy did to show the spread of stuff by sprinkling ultraviolet powder on his hands.
Okay.
On his hands, and then he went to his kid's school or something, and he greets the teacher, and then he greets the kids, and then by the end of the day or like by lunchtime or something, you could see like how that spread. So how me touching the teacher's hand, the teacher touching the kid, like, oh, you okay, whatever, by the end of the day, everybody was glowing in UV light, and that's just that spread of hands thing. Now, the reason why I mentioned that is the mask thing is all fine. I mean, that's all good. But I mean, the same thing, like when we go to the shop, we still today, and hate me or don't hate me, but we still today, we clean our hands, we clean the trolley, we don't touch stuff, look at stuff on the shelf and put it back, because that would also be a little bit dumb.
Mm-hmm.
But then we really try to, and I give her a hard time to not touch your face and touch whatever.
Yeah, because I want to touch my face the whole time.
But then when we get home, we still sanitize everything we buy and all kinds of things. Now, I don't know, am I brainwashed or whatever? Maybe I am. But like, I don't want to get COVID if I can avoid it.
I'm struggling at work when you work with the clients, and especially when you blow drying, the heat. Blow drying with a mask on is no joke, and to listen to your client as well, it's just it doesn't work. So I will take off my mask when I'm blow drying, because it gets so claustrophobic. So my client will leave a mask on, and that's fine. But I take my mask off while blow drying. It's too much for me. I feel like I can't
The
breathe.
thing is, healthy people don't normally shed viruses. So chances of you giving a virus is very little. Okay, it's next to nothing. The surfaces you need to clean, but that's basic sanitation. I mean,
But we do that in a salon
salon
anyway.
is
You do that in a salon
We
anyway.
AF.
always. So
I don't
it's
go
not
to
like
a-
that's new.
I don't go and cut my hair to a place where there's worms running around everywhere. Okay, you want to have some basic sanitation, which is what your parents told you. Wash your hands before you eat. That
Yeah,
is a
like when
very
your
good
comb
principle.
drops, you pick it up, you sanitize it, and then you
So-
carry on. There's a lot of sanitizing in a salon. So
What you guys are saying is that you don't habitually eat in restaurants where you see rat droppings on the floor. Is that what you're saying?
yeah,
I would be scared.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
But
Go ahead,
a
Roman.
mask is sort of last thing from me. Is it a mask sort of like being transgender in a way, right? All of us don't care about transgender people, right? If you want to be transgender, if you think you're a man or woman, go ahead, knock yourself out. I'm not going to hate you. I'm not going to hit you. If you want me to call you Michael instead of Michelle, cool, no stress at all. But if you want to force me to use a made up word that you want to use as your pronoun, I'm going to have an issue with that. And I think that's sort of an analogy with the mask as well. If you want to wear one, go knock yourself out.
Yeah.
It's absolutely perfect. You're fine. Do whatever you want. But you're forcing me to do something that has no sort of points of reality, right? There's nothing
100%.
in the evidence anywhere that suggests it works to some degree. So all you're doing is essentially muzzling me. So instead of muzzling my speech, you're muzzling me physically. And the reason why I'm pessimist is today I went shopping with my 3-year-old daughter. 3 people asked, "Where is your mask?" to a 3-year-old daughter. That has never happened this entire year, even including lockdown level 5.
That's out of bounds. That's out of bounds. That's
I
that's
yes,
utter nonsense.
I would, my blood would be boiling if that happened to me.
Oh, believe me, they're lucky. One was a security guard, one was a member of the public, another was a cashier, and I was, and all happened on the same day, in the same vicinity. So,
By the way,
yeah.
Even the captured World Health Organization says that children under the age of 5 don't need to wear a mask. It's not healthy.
I mean, she can fly a plane without a mask, according
Not in
to government
America.
regulations.
Not on United.
Oh.
If you're 2, you get booted off. Did you see that?
Yeah, that girl. Yes,
Sure
that
you
girl
can.
that posted that she got kicked off because a 2-year-old wasn't wearing a mask. But
she's a fucking 2-year-old.
She's 2 years old. Like, what do you do?
Did you see the comments from the horrific people? This is why I hate Twitter. It's a cesspool of nonsense. But the comments from people, well, just parent. Just parent. It's a 2-year-old.
Yeah,
You're the adult.
exactly.
Have you ever had a 2-year-old? Do you know what you're talking about?
2-year-old.
My goodness. You know, when it terrorized the child over something that's not even recommended by the capture World Health. If the World Health Organization says you don't have to do something, you know you really don't have to do it. I mean, if they actually go out of their way to say you don't have to do it. Children under the age of 5 don't wear a mask. That's what the World Health Organization says. And United kicked them off the flight. By the way, it wasn't just kicked off. Their bags, which were already loaded, went all the way to New York, so they had to pay to bring them back. And then they had the child's car seat, so now they can't travel legally because they don't have a car seat for the child. Have to go buy one. They can't go anywhere. And on top of that, they were banned for life from the airline. Screw
That's
you,
terrible.
United Airlines. We'll never fly on your shit airline
100%.
again. Never again.
Very good. Yeah,
Yes, did
and
you
I'm
also
not
see... Sorry, go for it, Ramon.
Jared, I've spoken. Go ahead, my friend.
Oh, sure. No, I was just going to say, I was going to ask Chris if he had seen that Santa with the Nerf gun in the mall, where that kid gets denied the Nerf gun. I felt quite strongly about that as well, but just because the Santa takes a political side, where he says that he can't give him Nerf guns. And the kid's father's a cop, so obviously it's just a little boy like looking up to his dad and, you know, wanting that from Santa. And Santa like outright says no, that he's not going to be able to do that for the kid. And you can see how like decimated this kid is. It's just like political views from that standpoint shouldn't, like, Santa should never be politicized to that degree in like a mall. You know what I mean? It just seems like really out of bounds for me in a way.
But Jared, that's the problem with all of this stuff, is that with Twitter, my big gripe against Twitter is that they politicize everything.
Yep.
You know, your healthcare is now politicized. I mean, healthcare is a doctor-patient relationship, and now you know my neighbors are supposed to tell me when I'm sick. You know, this is ridiculous.
Or report on you because of this, that, and the other. But you know, but the politicizing is going all over. We see this vile governor in Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer, using Santa Claus to indoctrinate and brainwash children. Remember, wash your hands, social distance. Tell on your parents if they don't wear a mask. This is just vile and disgusting. But
Ridiculous.
with that, folks, it's been fantastic. But I'm going to end it here because But hang on, we're going to leave with the wisdom of children. This is the wisdom of children from Lezan. Lezan said, "My 5-year-old nephew told the lady who asked him where his mask was, 'My Auntie Zan said I don't have to wear one, so I'm not,' and he walked off." Well done.
Good job.
Just one last point from me, if I may. Camille Paglia.
Go ahead.
Read her, where she says, once you politicize stuff, you make it valueless, because politics has no values. So if you politicize art or culture or healthcare, you destroy the cultural values inherent in that thing, because politics has no value whatsoever. Very important quote in our lifetime, because remember, everything that we believe in is a pathology, according to postmodernism. So they're just trying to take you away from what you believe to be true, because it is true, because it's been existing for centuries. By politicizing it, they're creating meaninglessness and nihilism in the world.
Well, Roman, I'll let you have the last word on that before everybody leaves, and then I give my final words, because courtesy of YouTube sabotage, you're still slightly ahead of me on subscriber count. So I'm going to let you have the last word there. Anyway, everybody, thanks. Hey, Reese, thanks for joining us. It was awesome to have you in the stream as well tonight.
Awesome.
And it was kind of cool to see your really large, massive, or undersized elephants you had in the room, those dogs. They're huge.
They are really huge.
But thanks. And then Dabble, hey, good to have you on once again. I appreciate it. As always, you're always the polite gentleman. It's nice to have you. So good to see you again.
Thank you very much, Chris, and thank you to the other YouTubers that are on the stream as well. It was great to chat to you guys for a bit, and to the viewers at home, I really hope that you have a good festive season. Bye-bye for now, Chris.
Cool beans.
Bye-bye.
All right. And Hugo, thanks a lot for joining us. I'm glad I invited you. I was just going to keep it to South African YouTubers in South Africa, but you're South African, so you're confused. You're actually German, but you think you're South African, so we would let you join in too. So thanks for joining us as well.
I'm soon to be French, but thank you, Chris.
Oh, stop with the French thing, man. Now you sound like Roman, Jeez.
You go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll let you guys drop out, and then I'll close out. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Christmas.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.
Bye-bye.
All right, folks, as everybody drops off there and I get large on the screen, bye donkey. Many thanks to everyone who joined us on the stream tonight. It was an amazing pleasure. I thought I'd do this because a lot of people really enjoy South African YouTubers, and it's a South African night. That was the focus for tonight, the 21st of December, 2020. And so I invited all of the YouTubers from South Africa whom I know in South Africa. The one exception was Hugo, who's up there in France, who now says he's going to become French. So next time he won't be invited. But no, just kidding. But South African YouTubers, including Renee Kruger, who has a YouTube channel. She was on the channel as well, and Lynn. Those who have channels that aren't particularly well known, that didn't prevent you from becoming a guest on the program. It was great to have all of them tune in. If you love a YouTuber or you dislike them, you got a chance to listen to all of them and an interesting conversation. So my many thanks to I didn't catch the number of how many we actually had in, because I asked like 17 or 18 South African YouTubers to come in. Obviously not all of them, but I invited a lot of folks to come in. Big Daddy Liberty wasn't able to make it, but he was invited as well, in case you're curious. Unati Kwaza was also invited, but she wasn't able to make it. So there you go. And actually mistakenly invited Siska Smith from Namibia, because I looked at her number and I read it wrong and I sent her an invitation. She almost called in, but she went to see family. So thank you all so much for joining us on this special this evening for South African YouTubers Christmas Chinwag. I hope you enjoyed the Chinwag and the conversation we had, whether we were talking about Christmas or Wuhan, or we were talking about politics in general. I hope you really enjoyed it, folks. A true Christmas special will be Wednesday evening, the 23rd of December, right here in Chris White Africa on the Dab Africa channel. You can join us. Bring your children along if you like. The profanity will not be accepted. You'll be moored. You'll be pushed out of the stream if you use that evening, or you'll be blocked, or your comments will be deleted. We're going to use proper well-behaved behavior, because children will be watching the stream and they'll get to see Santa Claus, Santa's helper, and musical guest on Christmas Eve. The eve of Christmas Eve, the 23rd December, right here, 6 p.m. in South Africa, Botswana, and Namibia. So not too late for the kids to tune in. You'll be able to watch it and with your kids, and we'll probably stay on for 2 or 3 hours that night. And so thank you very much. Oh, there's a super chat from Yanni. Thank you, Chris. Awesome. Cheers, peeps. Well, thank you, Jan. It was a pleasure having you. It was really great to see Reese there with us, too. Thank you for bringing her into the stream. Really enjoyed the conversation with all of my guests on here. Lynn, Renee, Ronaldo, Citizen Guardian, Hugo, Germ, and Joe. Not so much, no, just kidding. They were fun, too. Merry Christmas to everybody, and thank you so much. May you be safe in your homes, and warm in your hearts, and may you enjoy the tidings of this season. For our friends who are Jewish, happy Hanukkah to you as well. And to our friends who are Muslim, the best time for me is when Ramadan falls around Christmas. I enjoy it, not this year, but we wish you a happy Ramadan before it arrives. And so there you go. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and please tune in tomorrow. I'll be back for my regular programs tomorrow, as well as being on for the Christmas special on the 23rd. Merry Christmas, everybody. Ho, ho, ho. And thank you all so much for the super chats and the 123 likes. Wow, 77 people still watching. Can you guys push that to 150? Let's try to get to 150 with 76 people watching. 150. Can we get to 150 likes? Anyway, I'm going to close out, folks. I need to take a break. It's been a long day, and I'm going around. So Merry Christmas to all of you, and thank you, and have a good night. I'm going to leave you with Giselle's South Africa, a little treat, because it's a South Africa broadcast. So I'm going to leave you with Giselle's beautiful song, South Africa. I hope you enjoy that, folks. It's a lovely, lovely song. And I know you've probably heard it before, but this is a great way to close the show, I think. So with that, folks, here is Giselle with South Africa. Push the likes up, 127. We got a long way to go to get to 150. Come on, guys. Here we go. Thanks a lot, folks. Really appreciate you tuning in tonight for this Christmas special with South African YouTubers. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a great, distinct pleasure for me to bring these guests to you and to share all of them with you this evening. Beth, didn't forget you. Laura, didn't forget you guys. You were on the stream earlier. Thank you so much for being with us. A Merry Christmas to everybody once again, and to all a good night. Please tune in for the special Christmas program for your kids on the 23rd. We're looking forward to it. God bless, folks. I'm out of here. Have a lovely evening, and Merry Christmas once again.